It just now started recording, so you guys got cut off. Wonderful.
Nice.
Not pink.
It's episode 103. Yeah, the very first thing that the recording has is Pink going, hey. But you two get cut out.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Pink. Pink's here. Soon's here. Addie's here. I'm Alex. We got a short list of topics today. It's just going to be fighting game stuff. I'm sorry, Pink.
And me. Excuse you.
Well, you've played Street Fighter V before.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, it's bad for the most part.
I've heard it's gotten better. I really want to put more time into it, but the last time I did, I only just played a little bit of challenge mode.
So here's the thing. Like, I would say that Street Fighter 5 is not bad, but it is boring to watch at least.
Well, every game where there's not 1,000 explosions and super moves is boring for you, man.
I'm playing Samurai Shodown right now.
Which one?
And having fun.
Which one?
5?
Okay, you mean the really fast Hyper Samurai Showdown?
No, but I did also play freaking Sam Show 2 earlier and had fun.
Oh god, does Sam Show 2 not have lag when it's offline?
No.
Okay. So anyway,
But the port is still shit though.
Yeah, it is. It really is a bad port.
What is this?
So, Guilty Gear 2020 finally has a subtitle. It is Guilty Gear Strive.
Yay.
I get why they're doing it, honestly. Like, I mean, based off
What's
the information is...
Strive?
Yes, Strive. And
No,
stop
the
eating
name
candy.
is not bad. The name isn't bad. It fits the freaking... Like, it fits the cheesiness of the earlier titles, because it does have 4 in it, so...
I mean, yeah, oh, you're right. It does have 4 in it. That works, actually.
Did you not notice it before?
No,
It was
absolutely
the first
not.
thing I saw.
No! I thought the entirety of the reason why it's... Good God, Soon. Soon! What the fuck, man?
Soon decided to make sure that nothing will be heard.
Yeah. So, to me, I think it's titled Strive because this is, as has been mentioned several times now, this is Iwatari's attempt at saving fighting games, as Wooly put it.
I don't know, because on the other hand, Wooly also said that you know what the working title for this Guilty Gear was?
No.
The end.
Guilty Gear, the Guilty Gear.
Well, that's certain. I see why they didn't go with that.
Yeah.
And this is part of the big point of discussion regarding this game that's become really fascinating to me. In that it is, as has been stated, like an attempt at turning Guilty Gear from a niche franchise into a more popular one. And I'm curious, like, what exactly is going to happen there. Because I understand that Arxis is now advancing to being a big company. Dragon Ball FighterZ made all of the money, and Grand Blue is apparently going to also make all of the money, despite the fact that I've never heard of that franchise before.
I have, but it was always here's anime fighters that you don't want to play because they don't have it on Edge even. Oh, it was on those lists.
Yeah, ugh.
With most of Arxis' other shit, because like I watched I watched the teaser for, I actually think it was Grand Blue. Is Grand Blue the one with Hyde?
No, Hyde is Melty Blood, I think, which I've looked at.
No, Melty Blood is the other one. Freaking Hyde is in Eunice.
Eunice.
That's what he's in.
Now, is it Melty Blood or is it Eunice that's in Blaze Blue Cross Tag?
Oh, no, it's Eunice. It's Eunice.
Okay.
Although with 2.0 Melty Blood is probably also in, I don't know.
I feel like I heard they were getting at it. So it's Eunice that I know about. Is it Eunice or Melty Blood that everyone jokes about playing in the toilet stall?
I don't know, but why I brought Eunice up is I watched the trailer for the new Eunice that's coming out, freaking Uniclear or something like that, and boy,
Sue's making the loudest eating noises, and it is killing me.
What do you mean? I'm not eating anything.
It sounds like you're like grossly chewing on a fucking like eating spaghetti or something. Like I'm just hearing.
I think that's the feedback from us.
It
I
probably
don't know.
is. Anyways, yes, Uniclear.
Yes, Uniclear. So I didn't see gameplay because they didn't show it. It was a cinematic teaser, but well, for one, they're reusing sprites from the last game, which sprites seem to be pretty expensive. So I can't complain too much about that. But
I mean, if the sprites look as good as they do in Arxis games, I'm not going to complain.
I'm not the biggest fan of the freaking I'm not the biggest fan of the sprites in Blaze Blue. Is what I'm getting at.
That's
But,
fine.
yeah.
Well, hang on, there are some good ones in Blaze Blue. Look at Arakune.
Hakumen is alright.
Hakumen is good. Shishigan. Well, here's the thing: you don't hate the sprites, you just hate the designs.
That could be a thing, yes.
Because what are the good
the
sprites?
thing is-
Bang Shishigami, Hakumen, Iron Tiger, Arakune, all the characters that don't suck. Ezreal's sprite is fantastic. Come on.
But the thing is, like, most of them look chunky to me, and it's not even like old KOF chunk, which I'm fine with. And I don't mean chunky as in fat. I mean that it genuinely
you can see
looks
the pixels.
Yeah. Yes. But the thing is, that shouldn't bother me either, because I play with no filters when I play freaking old fighting games. I like looking at the crisp pixels.
Well, I mean,
It just doesn't look as cohesive to me, I guess.
Here's my thing. The animation is really smooth and has lots of frames, but at the same time, the resolution of the sprites isn't great, and you expect to have neither or both. So one that just
I
has
guess that
one
might be it, yeah.
like imagine a game with fantastic Super HD sprites and terrible animations, like say Street Fighter 2 HD Edition, and that's also in the Uncanny Valley. Like you either want Third Strike, where it's tons of frames and tons of pixels, or you want KOF, where there's a few frames and a few pixels, but you don't want something that's got one or the other.
Have you looked at Kim's pants recently?
Kim's pants are bizarrely... They are good in every game.
Yes, that's like KOF always was a pretty good amount of freaking frames, and there's not a lot of moving frames, I guess. Like not a lot of here's my hit, let me draw on each and every frame of it. It was more the small things.
I just the other day was looking at KOF 13 because it was on sale, and one of the Steam reviews just said SNK nearly sunk its own business just to have the prettiest pants for Kim.
I mean, not just that, but they also I think that might have been the first actual KOF game where the freaking Phoenix Flatner is a bloody Shangoku Satsu. They're not even trying to hide it at this point.
Right. I forgot what the Phoenix Flattener was for a little bit. But anyways, yeah, Guilty Gear Strive, and Faust is there. Faust looks sinister, but Addy thinks that he's going back to being bald-head. Correct?
No, well, to me it looks like they're trying to go more into the direction of bald-head than freaking Wacky Faust, and I don't like it. I like Faust because he's funny.
I also like Funny Faust, but I think it's a joke. I think his intro is going to start with him looking all sinister, and then he, slips on a banana peel. That kind of comedy setup, It's very typical for Japanese comedy characters. Particularly one with a dark past like Faust. How ridiculous would Faust look like? Because they're not going to change Faust's moveset. He might get one or two new moves, but other than that, each of the old characters' movesets are set in stone. Like, Chip lost the teleport, and Potemkin picked up the stupid machine gun, but otherwise, Chip is still Chip, and Potemkin is still Potemkin.
I read like a freaking stupid prediction about this, is that every move that any character has lost is going to Roboki. Like he will be able to teleport. He will have all of Faust's moveset. He will have freaking the Potemkin missile.
Okay, I want to hear your comment on this, because what I heard was that Venom and Roboki are guaranteed not to come back for Strive, because at the end of the Exerd they retired together.
They did that, yes. Well, they didn't retire together. Venom was indebted to Roboki because Roboki sacrificed his body to save Venom. So Venom started selling pastries to get money to make
Okay.
a new Roboki body.
Okay. 'Cause in my head, like the way I read that, I was imagining like Venom and Roboki retired to be a very loving gay couple. Which honestly is kind of the ending Venom deserves at this point after all the shit he's been through.
Well, what I think happened was that they started selling pastries, and I think after that Zato sent a couple men after Venom to kill him.
Oh, for the love of God.
But so here's what happens. Zato sends the men after Venom to kill him. Venom beats them, from what I remember, and it turns out that they actually weren't supposed to even kill Venom. They were just supposed to give him money.
Oh God, heroic Zato. I can't see it. You.
Yeah.
No,
It was something like
Zato
that.
is
Like
always.
it was either Zato or Slayer or someone with the Assassin's Guild.
Yeah, that might. That sounds more like a Slayer move.
It was one of the leaders.
It
Is
could
all I
have
remember.
It could have been president of whatever with Potemkin. Isn't he?
It wasn't him. It wasn't Gabriel.
Okay.
It was specifically with the Assassin's Guild.
I didn't know if he wasn't like part of that because I know he's supposed to be like old friends with Slayer.
I don't think he's part of that, but then I don't have a freaking like I don't know most of the lore.
Yeah.
Because most of the lore is not present in any way, shape, or form that is not just reading shit. And like, even then, I said that and I was like, okay, I'm gonna read through all of the freaking Guilty Gear lore to actually be well versed. And then the wiki shit that I read was like, well, it could have been this or that. We don't know.
It's because Guilty Gear is a wacky cartoon universe that changes itself based off what Ishwatari thinks is cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's get off the lore note because I know Pink and Soon are just completely and utterly bored with that. So there's kind of I listened to a video from Wooly Versus talking about his and Reggie's experience and Octopimp's experience with the game when they got to play it for a little bit. And I found it to be fascinating in one regard, at least partially just because of the risk system. Which you and I have opposite perspectives on that, correct?
Probably, yeah.
Like, I think in a game where big combos aren't really a thing, risk is necessary to ensuring that Rushdown still has payoff. And you believe risk system is a hassle, right?
Yes.
So let me put it simply for Pink and Soon, to my understanding. The risk system is basically just guard break. You have a meter. If you keep blocking moves, it will build up and up and up, and eventually it will guard break you and stun you, right, Addy?
No. From what I can gather about the risk system, how it works is, it keeps building up and up as you get hit and keep blocking it. And then when you get hit, it's a counter hit. It registers as a counter hit, even if it wasn't.
So big damage and big juggles?
Yes, but you don't get guard broken.
Interesting. So
And that's my issue.
Well, I mean,
And that's one of my issues.
if there is no guard break, then by all means it will still reward a strong defensive player. You just got to make sure not to fuck up your defense.
Yeah.
So, in a way, it's still facilitating defensive players while also facilitating rushdown players. Now, remind me here, do you lose super meter for blocking in this game? Do you get the negative penalty for blocking?
I'm not sure. For walking back, definitely. Blocking, I'm not sure.
Because the negative penalty might already exist as an anti-turtling thing. Though you can just throw projectiles and jabs if you want to avoid it, I guess.
Yeah, and then there's also the thing of apparently this game gives meter out the ass, even without the meter buff.
Right,
And so it's like, well, I could sacrifice a small bit of meter to just make it so I can't die, or I can actually try playing the game and then die.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm saying that the negative penalty might not be enough to discourage turtling.
In that you think there are some characters who have meter moves that are just too safe?
No, in that I think that meter isn't a good enough whatchamacallit. Meter is not a good enough reason for you to not to stop um turtling up, stop just blocking and shit.
Right, but if the opponent can't get through your blocking, then they just need to do more mix-ups.
I don't know, dude. I saw a freaking I forget his name, the best 20 player right now. Yeah, I saw him knocking Ino's shit like frame perfectly, and yeah.
Well, Addy, I'm going to be completely, totally honest with you. I don't think you're going to be fighting the best Johnny player in the world. I don't think you need to worry about people pulling off frame perfect shit. I mean, realistically speaking, in Guilty Gear Xrd, you could go up against a perfect player who could just faultless defend everything. Or just defend everything. And destroy you. And
Yeah.
Hang on, we're leaving Soon and Pink out here, so I want to get Soon's perspective on an issue that I've already got Pink's perspective on. So one of the points of contention that Addy has with Guilty Gear Guilty Gear Strive is that if you combo a guy in the corner too much, if you wall bounce him twice, he'll break through the wall, which puts the game back to neutral, and the guy who got the wall break, who gave the wall break, gets more meter.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is good and prevents people from getting rushed down in the corner too much, which is one of the big things that scares off new players to the genre. Addy thinks it punishes people who are too good at the game.
I would side with you more so.
But here, yeah.
Like
I think
yeah.
like having like corner juggling is just honestly, it's not good for the game. It's not good game design. Like, sure, the people are good about doing it, but it's not fun. So I honestly don't care if it limits the people who are good.
Well, I mean, there's another part here in that, simply put, you don't have to wall bounce the guy twice. That's part of my thing here is, once you get to the second wall bounce, just don't do it.
Yeah.
Like, one of the things that's particularly been pointed out is that you can use other special moves to set stuff up once the opponent gets up anyways. So, instead of just resetting to neutral, make sure that you have the pressure when they get up.
Right.
Here's also the thing. You said that I think that it punishes the player doing the rush down too much, and I just think I don't think that it punishes the player doing the rush down too much. I think that it just doesn't give a good enough trade-off. Because you can choose between resetting the whole thing, or have it reset by the freaking wall anyway. But my issue with the wall break mechanic is that I don't think the meter is a good enough reason for me to go for the wall break.
Well,
Because
if it does...
Because once again, you get meter out the ass.
Well, we haven't actually seen, to a great degree, just how much meter you get. But by all
I don't know, I'm just going by what people who played the demo are saying.
Yes. But if the wall break is a choice, then it's a choice you don't have to take. If you already are getting enough meter, then you can just choose not to wall break. And if you've already got enough meter, then you're already going to be a rushdown terror in the corner. So you can just choose not to wall break. Alright. And I'm trying to think of anything else that I particularly heard was interesting. The main contention was that it's not in a fully completed state, and you can tell. But with that said, most of the people who got to try it out for like, I don't know, 8 hours. And they still were finding things out about the game, and they still really wanted to experiment with stuff and figure things out. Which I consider a good sign. Because a lot of the people who are playing there are, outside of Wooly and Reggie, who seem to be just kind of casually into Guilty Gear, were a lot of, like, big Guilty Gear pros. So, for my part, I consider that a good sign. And, of course, I very much consider it a good sign that Wooly compared the game to Street Fighter 3, because Street Fighter 3 eventually produced Third Strike, one of my favorite fighting games of all time, possibly my favorite. But I think it's a very interesting direction so far. I think we're going to have to see some more. There is definitely more information that could come out to discuss.
Yeah, my view right now on Strive is just add the dodge roll, make it KOF. Just at this point, make it KOF, and I'll be fine.
Well, I'd wonder instead, what if, like, because the Roman cancel can still add slow-mo if you do it in close proximity to the opponent.
The moving Roman cancel doesn't work good enough for it.
Well, why not just stand still?
What do you mean?
Do the standing Roman cancel. You said the moving Roman cancel.
Yes, the freaking, like, what was it called? The dash Roman cancel or something like that. The one where you tell it where to go and it puts you there.
I've not seen such a Roman cancel, but I'll believe you.
It's a new thing.
Okay.
So there's a new Roman cancel where you tell it which direction to go, and I think it's only contrary directions in the air, but either way, you tell it which direction to go, and then you get like put a really small amount towards there, from what I could tell.
Oh.
And it's like it's good for combos. I can see it working really good for combos and shit, but it wouldn't work for dodge rolls. Or, it wouldn't work to take the spot of dodge rolls.
Okay, what I meant was something entirely different. What I meant was the regular standing Roman cancel. If you see a move coming, pop your Roman cancel to slow them down, and then counter it with whatever you want.
Because the thing is, I use the rolls in KOF less as a counter to attacks and more as a movement tool. So that might be why I don't think that would work in the same way, but it could do the counter part, but I still like being able to go around people.
Okay. Addy, you want the KOF roll?
Yes.
Play Slayer. Just play Slayer. That's his dash, is a KOF roll.
Yeah, I know.
And you can hold down the button to get an extra long KOF roll. And even then, most of the characters have air dash. Is Potemkin the only one that doesn't have an air dash?
I think even he does.
Oh, damn, he does. He doesn't have ground dashes, but he has an air dash. Pfft. And, like, some of the characters, like Faust, have fantastic air dashes. I think it's everyone in Guilty Gear has different movement possibilities. I mean, hell, with Faust,
Yeah.
if your worry is about projectiles, then with Faust you can just crouch and walk under like Luigi in Smash.
I'm just like right now. I'm just waiting for them to add in the dodge roll from KOF because it already looks like freaking KO, like high level KOF to me. Yeah.
I was just gonna say it does, but without so much emphasis on short hops.
Yeah. So, well, that and also no Choi.
Yeah.
That's a big part. As long as you don't have Choi.
You don't have
Yeah.
Choi, but I feel like a good answer could come close to that.
No. Well, no, not even then, because Answer can mix you up real good.
Answer's
shit.
also trash.
Yeah, and Answer is also trash, and also Answer doesn't fly through literally all of the screen.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, yeah, so basically I wanted to add in a freaking KOF dodge roll. I would be fine with the game for the most part, at least by the looks of things. Also, I want to see how Johnny would work, because I really want him to get his freaking dust move back.
Ooh, doesn't Johnny have like a little teleport dodge thing? Once you put him in Mist
He doesn't.
Fighter?
Yeah, in Mistfighter he does.
That might be interesting, yeah.
That, and I also want him to get the meter move he had, because in Accent Core he has a move on dust, where if you do back Hadouken dust, I think he does the freaking basically teleports behind you, and then you're already hit. It's basically like you remember the shit that Omega Rugal gets, that, like instead of the gigantic pressure.
Kind of, but not really.
Like when he starts running towards you and then disappears and appears behind you and you're hit.
Nope, do not remember that. But
Oh.
I don't need to remember it. You have already described it.
Yeah, so basically, Johnny had that move, and I want it back. I feel like it could be useful.
Okay.
It also looked cool.
We've been talking about Guilty Gear for 25 minutes, and Pink and Soon have both just kind of been sitting on their thumbs, so... Street Fighter V Champion Edition. So basically, I'll just run it over real quick. Street Fighter V is finally coming out with what looks like its final edition. Hopefully it's final edition. This big thing...
Well, what they said was that they don't want to update Street Fighter V too much because there's going to be something on the Olympics concerning it.
Wait, pardon me?
Wait,
I don't
did you
know.
say the Olympics?
Wait, what?
Yes, like a Japanese YouTuber that I watch sometimes was like, they're not really clear on what's going on, but something on the Olympics and 2020. So who the hell knows what's gonna happen? Esports headed to the Olympics.
No.
Probably not.
Like, I'm not the kind of guy to go, oh, esports are garbage, we shouldn't consider them like a sport or anything, but they're not athletics.
No.
Yeah.
Like, we need to clarify they're a sport in the same way as chess. Like,
Yeah.
chess is by all means a sport, and it takes great talent and intelligence to pull it off. Chess is not athletics. Athletics is athletics.
Yep.
you
Intel
s-
is hosting an Olympic-sanctioned esports tournament in 2020. Street Fighter V and Rocket League.
Oh, well, that's it.
All right, there you go.
A
Yeah.
prize of $250,000 for each game.
Well, I assume that's for the number one. How does that work for Rocket League? That's a team. Does it split 3 ways?
Maybe.
Well, fuck, I'd like to be the Street Fighter V winner. 250,000 all for myself.
Yeah, let me turn to Daigo real quick.
Daigo actually loses the majority of the tournaments he plays in.
I watched him play online, so
Online qualifiers.
like, Daigo's not bad. Like he's most certainly better than me, but he still had freaking issues online. So I would figure that he wouldn't get too far in tournaments now.
Well, Daigo, for one thing, is more interested in having fun and doing cool things than winning. For another thing,
Yeah.
he is all execution and muscle memory, but he doesn't seem to be much of a strategic guy.
So what you're saying is Daigo is me once I achieve my final form.
Yeah.
Once I take off my freaking rope belt and become Oni.
Oh, God. Yeah, I think the guy who wins the most Street Fighter tournaments is Infiltration, but I don't think he's allowed to compete since it turned out he was beating his wife. Whoopsie doodles. You need to beat your opponents, not your wife, numbnuts.
Addy
something-
could go
she
and
said
represent
something about-
Eastern Europe.
She said something about Ryu being good.
Oh, no.
I had to show it to her.
Oh, God.
But yeah.
Street Fighter V Champion Edition, it's the All the Stuff edition, which is important because Street Fighter V has had a ton of DLC. Like, 3 whole season passes, and on top of the 3 season passes, an additional 5 characters, and on top of just absolute shit tons of DLC costumes, colors, and arenas. How many costumes does Chun-Li have at this point?
Too many.
Like, honest to
It
God.
was too many 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was. I remember 2 years ago I put the game in. I looked at it. Ken had 3 costumes. Ken.
And in two of them, he was wearing a freaking garbage bag.
Yes. And I looked over at Chun-Li, and she's got 15.
And all of them are like real freaking works of art made by Gothic architects.
She has some good stuff. Yeah. Some of them are trash, that's for sure.
I mean, some of them are just, here's some boobs.
Yeah, pretty well. Boobs and thighs. Do you need anything else, sir? How about a costume for my main? No, fuck you.
I remember all of the Akuma costumes sucking ass.
Oh, yeah. I'm
'Cause-
not a fan of
yeah.
Lion Mane Akuma, no matter what. So
It grew on me.
I
That's
can
the-
see that, but
yeah.
he needs a mustache. He needs a mustache.
Yeah, but so the thing, like, I'm talking like alternative costumes because you have the Street Fighter 4 costume, which is the superior Akuma design. No matter how much I like him having freaking all of the hair in the world,
Yeah.
Akuma Street Fighter 6 Akuma is actually just a cocoon of hair. But
It's
yeah,
the big red thing from Looney Tunes. It.
yeah, Grimer
Right.
or whatever his name, not Grimer.
Oh, I thought
Might
his
have
name
been
was
Grimer.
It. Cousin It.
No,
No, was Cousin It a Looney Tunes character or Adam's Family?
Adam's Family.
Fuck.
Gossamer.
No, Grimer, yeah,
Gossamer.
Gossamer. Grimer is a Pokemon.
Grimer's a
Yeah.
Pokemon. Cousin It is an Adam's Family character. Gossamer is the name of the Looney Tune.
Yeah.
And didn't they eventually reveal that Gossamer like had a really high-pitched, nasally, nerdy voice?
Maybe.
I don't remember.
Sounds like-
I remember Gossamer being like the freaking child of the nanny, or something like that,
The Witch, wasn't it?
or the witch. Yeah,
And that was in the kind of Seinfeld-inspired Looney Tunes show they did that brought back Lola and made her not be stupid. Or, well,
Yeah, that-
made her stupid and therefore made her not stupid. Do you understand?
I didn't like that show. It was
I-
bad.
I quite enjoyed it, honestly.
I didn't like it. Like it. I don't remember freaking Lunatics Unleashed, and that's probably for the better. But I remember at least enjoying Lunatics Unleashed
Yeah.
when I was like 2. So you know.
Oh, man, you know what's my favorite Looney Tune? Gil.
Gil, yeah,
Gil. This is the first time Gil's been playable, right?
no.
When was Gil last playable?
Wait a second. Was it an actual Street Fighter game?
I know he's
I did,
playable in
'cause it-
Mugen, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, I might be mixing shit up because I'm just like, no, I've played so much freaking Street Fighter, but then I might be mixing it up with Mugen.
Urian also does not count.
I don't.
You
Might
said
be
Gil?
the first time. Yeah, Gil.
Wasn't he playable in Street Fighter versus Tekken?
No. No, but you could get a Urian costume. You could get a Gil costume for somebody. I forget who, but yeah, you could definitely get a Gil costume for... I think you could get a Gil costume for Seth, couldn't you?
Probably.
Oh god, Seth. Fuck me. Street Fighter 4 had such a bad roster.
Street Fighter 4 sucked.
Dudley's there. I mean...
Okay, there were 2 things about Street Fighter 4. Dudley and Oni.
Yep. I knew you were going to
Yeah.
say that. You're not even fond of the Ibuki from 4, are you?
I mean, not really, no.
Like, that's the thing about Dudley and Ibuki being there is that, like, yeah, they're there, but they're still not as good as they were in Street Fighter 3. And Makoto is not anywhere near as good as she was in Third Strike.
Makoto's is... You're right, she is.
Yeah, Makoto's trash in 4. Which is weird, because she's fantastic in Third Strike. Oh, man. But I am definitely getting in on this, because I've been wanting... You guys know I want to play G.
Yep.
Like, Pink, you've got no idea what the rest of Street Fighter 5 is. What is the only thing that could ever be interesting about Street Fighter 5 to you? President Hobo.
Yes.
It's a Street Fighter character who's just straight up Emperor Samuel Norton.
I
Yeah.
love it.
And the fact that
Yeah.
the fact that he's Q, who I also love, it's two characters that I both love are the same character. My God.
Technically, he's canonically not Q yet. Like I mean that there's no connection between the 2 characters canonically.
Except that they use the same moves and that G's
Yes.
alternate costume is just Q.
Yeah, because like from what I gather, technically Capcom hasn't said that yes, G is Q, but G is Q.
Capcom is the worst about hiding things.
Yeah.
Like, what's the other really stupid open secret in Capcom? Well, I can obviously think for Namco, like, Namco still insists Unknown is not Jun Kazama.
Capcom insists Jun Kazama is alive.
Yeah, totally still alive. Like, where the fuck would she be then? She's just been a hermit letting Jin destroy the world and she doesn't care? Like, is she gazing in the distance like, that's my boy? You go,
She's fighting Heihachi in the volcano.
That's why Kazuya threw him in there. He wasn't playing to kill him by lava, he was playing to kill him by June.
Yeah.
Far deadlier than a volcano, my wife!
That's why I ever looked up here.
Kazuya would be the kind of guy to bitch about his ex-wife, wouldn't he?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, have you looked at the guy?
Yeah. Kazuya's the worst, and I love it. Like, he's just the worst shitbag.
Yeah.
Imagine if when Siegfried became Nightmare, he never looked back, and that would be Kazuya. Oh man!
Imagine if Siegfried became Nightmare, and then throughout the whole experience, all Nightmare said was, "Man, I can't believe Songmina didn't save me." I forget freaking canon shit for Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
But anyway, Songmina was supposed to be with Kellic, wasn't she?
No, was she?
No, that's Shanghua.
Shanghua.
Yeah.
And Sungmina was supposed to be with Yun Sung, and I think they did eventually have a child somehow. I don't know how.
I forgot Young Sung is canon.
Oh, he's super canon. Who was the guy that he replaced? Does anyone remember him?
I don't have a clue.
Huang?
I wanted to
was
say
it Huang?
No, probably Huang. I want to say Hua, but that's KOF. That's just KOF Adon. I'm pretty sure. Freaking, let me check.
Like, oh man, like, okay, Pink, what was the first Soul Calibur you played?
2.
2, okay, that's where I started. Because I was wondering if there was anyone here who'd gone back to Soul Edge and, like, played with the weirdo.
Yeah.
Like, play with those weirdos like Arthur and Huang, and who was the original Nunchuck guy? Oh, Edgemaster, and who's the... I can't remember the Nunchuck guy. Fuck. Because they brought him back for Soul Calibur 3 as one of the creative characters. Or one of the unlockable guys from Tales of Swords, you remember?
I don't remember the other nunchuck guy.
I'm just looking at the Soul Edge roster.
I feel like I either started with Soul Edge or Soul Blade or like Soul freaking like it wasn't Soul Calibur. it was one of the names before Soul Calibur.
Okay, Soul Edge was Soul Edge in Japan, but it was Soul Blade in the West. And then there was Soul Calibur 2, and so on.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I started with Soul Edge. Was it Li Long?
Li Long! Oh wow, Songmina has been there since the very first one?
Yes. What do you think? Why did I call freaking Charlie Songmina for like 15 years?
I don't know. I mean, Soul Blade is older than you are. Like, it came out in what, 98?
Both of them are. Both Street Fighter 2 and Soul Blade is, but
Soul Blade came out in 95. Damn. But yeah, I would have assumed you started with Soul Calibur 2. Because I started with Soul Calibur 2, and Pink started with Soul Calibur 2. Soon, have you ever played a Soul Calibur game?
Nope.
Oh, you poor bastard. You didn't have a childhood.
But yeah, so the story is this. The family friend that now lives in Greece that I never talk about. But the family friend.
Oh, I thought you were telling the story of the Soul Calibur character. I was like, wait, are you talking about Sophidia?
No. But yeah, so this family friend who grew up with my sisters, he from his first job bought a PS1, and then the first 2 games that he had were Soul Blade and a Tekken game. I don't know which one, but it did have Mokujin, so probably 3.
Is Mokujin the only one you remember?
Yes, I just remember this golden room, and then there's this battle robot with glowing red eyes. So yes,
They'll
probably Mokujin.
probably Mokujin. I'm not sure, but yeah. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap up the Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition thing. It's only $30, and it'll probably go down in price sooner rather than later. $25 for people who already own Street Fighter 5. I will probably take that deal because it would already save me a lot of money. But I'm excited to give that a shot because my understanding is Street Fighter 5 is supposed to be pretty good right now, and I'm really interested in a lot of the characters and so on and so forth. I don't imagine any of you guys are interested in getting into Street Fighter 5 at this point.
I mean,
I
hey,
think
I'm-
I'm good.
Oh, you don't have a PS4, so I guess that's not an option. Soon also
No,
does not have a
pick the-
PS4, so...
Pink will buy
Yeah,
for
I don't have
PC.
it with me. But I'll have my PlayStation 4 again once I graduate college and my parents don't have an excuse to like keep it at their house collecting dust anymore. Right now they're just like, no, you can't have a PlayStation 4 because it'll distract you from school. Because if I don't already have enough distractions living in a huge ass fucking city.
You'd be better off with the PS4.
Yeah, it would keep me inside more where I'm more likely.
You're less likely to get shanked by hobos.
He will still be shagged by hobos, but only virtual ones.
Right? Staying inside eliminates like 95% of all the bad decisions you could possibly make out in the big city.
All this talk of hobos and fighting games, I just imagine like Soon walks out the front door, he just turns to the left, and round 1, fight, and G just interrupts.
It's Cody.
Yeah.
Soon's life just becomes a side-scrolling beat-em-up.
Hopefully he's Hagar. Quick, do jumping pile drivers. Alright.
But yeah, so to answer your question, I'm thinking about buying Sam Show 7 at this point, so never say never.
Yeah, never say never. That's quite a philosophy for life. There are probably some things you should say never to, though, like heroin.
Yeah. But yeah, like they just added my freaking main.
It wasn't Galford, was it?
No.
It wasn't
Kazuki.
it wasn't the dog, was it?
Yes, it was Poppy.
There's a dog called Poppy.
Yes.
Why am
one
I
of the
playing this game?
well, you could if you download Sam Show 2.
I'll
Because
be right back.
He's not playable in that one. He's not playable in that one.
I mean, if you want to just play Poppy, then you can also get a PS4 so I can just game share the freaking 6th game with you. Because Poppy is playable as a separate character in that one.
I like it.
The rest of the roster: Samurai, Dog. Oh, okay.
There's one separate page of just miscellaneous characters, and it's I think 3 dogs, a duck,
A duck?
shit like that, something like that. Yes.
See, they were making a different fighting game prior to it, but they had to make adjustments midway. So
Let me see.
they're the remnants of the previous game.
I'm gonna boot up Sam Show 6, and we'll see.
Untitled Goose enters the fray. Oh,
We can go ahead while I do that if y'all want.
all right. Jesus Christ. All right. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say what's coming out on my channel this week. I believe on Tuesday there will be a...
Blood.
There will be blood.
Dude, you have no idea how much I wish I could record Bloodborne. Like, there's good
You can.
content happening.
There's a way that you could, but I'm not sure if you're fine with the latency. Because here's the thing. You can plug your PS4's HDMI out into your Xbox's HDMI in, and then use the TV app to view your PS4. The thing is, this introduces like 0.1 seconds away of latency.
Well, I guess I don't care about that, but now it's too late to start.
But yeah, just in case you want to do freaking PS4 recordings later, I guess you can just plug it into your Xbox and then do it that way.
And then stream the Xbox to the PC?
Yes.
Hang on, everybody. I gotta plug the PS4 into the Xbox, plug the Xbox into the PC, plug the PC into the recording software, plug the PC into the fucking router.
Alright, so here are the miscellaneous characters. Galford, who sucks so he doesn't get his own page. Poppy, who's a dog. Another dog with a freaking eagle. It's a double team. Pack, a monkey. And then Chample, this like little freaking like fox creature thing.
I'll take the monkey.
So yes, we need to somehow figure out how to freaking game share. Well, W and I can already do it, but we need to get a freaking 3-man team of game sharing going on with freaking Sam Show 6 because it's good.
I would absolutely be interested in game sharing that. But right, yeah, Tuesday, I believe is the first episode of Resident Evil 4, or maybe the last episode of Prison Architect. I don't know. It's a surprise. Unless the last episode of Prison Architect already came out this week, in which case it's the first episode of Resident Evil 4. I think it's the first episode of Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, I think your finale for Prison Architect came out last week.
Yes. I wanted to start Resident Evil 4 because the first 2 games I had on the channel were both strategy games, and I don't want to pigeonhole myself on that. Like, I'm willing to pigeonhole myself down to, like, 4 genres, but not 1. And on Thursday, I don't think there will be an episode of Civ 6. I have not been able to record Wilhelmina because, truth be told, the game's not particularly going anywheres. However, on Saturday, I believe the first episode, either the second episode of Hojo with Pink in Civ 6, or the first episode of me playing Gandhi with both Pink and Soon in Civ 6. Or, well, the only episode, because, I mean, that
was a big shit show.
Elephants versus Vikings, both lose. So that's what's coming out on my channel. Pink, what you got coming out on your channel this week?
I don't know yet. I spent last night, or technically this morning, figuring out where I left off on my previous series so I would know what to upload, export, edit, and whatnot. So I've just now got all that squared away. Because I had a backlog of footage. I was like, it's already been used? I don't remember what's already been used. So here we go.
All right. Addy, do you know what's going on your channels this week?
Yes. Well, for one, on this channel, we're having, on Monday, Rainbow Six Siege Part 12.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that the one where I actually did okay?
No, that's the one that Pink and I recorded separately.
Okay.
And yeah, that one was funny because Fuse gets freaking gunned down while American Dream plays.
That's the one. Yes. Okay. I've seen the clip from that.
Yeah. So that, and then on Friday we have MK11.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a mediocre one.
It's got some good moments. All right. And
So yeah, we have those.
What?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
That was the one where you turned into a bug.
Oh, yeah. Bug combat. Yes.
Mother bug.
And what's coming on your own channels, Addy?
Well, for one, on my second channel on Monday, you will see freaking Assassin's Creed Odyssey, more of it.
Mm-hmm.
It never ends. I actually legit haven't recorded an episode of that in this month.
Yeah, that's the thing with starting an RPG playthrough is, oh boy, you're committed now for a long, long haul.
So that also on Friday, the second half of us playing Neo 2 is coming out.
All right.
And then I think that's about it, because technically I have a review up, but I don't want to release it until I have a second one to make sure that I can actually upload shit consistently now.
Yeah, stockpiling.
Yeah.
I love that shit. All right. Soon, what you been up to this past week, man?
The past week, been
Good.
playing a lot of Smite, getting back into that and remembering how to play.
Yes, you recently bought the Ultimate God Pack, yes?
I did, yeah.
How many gods are there that you've never gotten to try before?
How many gods are there that I had never gotten to try before?
Yes.
I'd say like 10.
I'm going to bet Horus and Set were among them.
Yeah. I tried Horse and Set. Didn't really like either of them.
Now, if memory serves, Addie didn't like Set, but Pink, you quite liked Horus, didn't you?
I did.
Horse is alright. I don't know. I mean, he should be the kind of person that I like because I love guardians, and he's basically a physical guardian. But, yeah.
He's not very tanky, right?
Oh, no, he's super tanky.
Oh,
And he heals.
I knew about the heals. I knew he was supposed to be a support warrior.
Yeah, he's supposed to be super tanky with very low damage output.
Huh. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you do play a lot of Guardians with high damage output. I look at Kumbhakarna most days,
Yeah.
and I just see
Yeah,
the trail of carnage he leaves behind.
Yeah, the guardians that I play are like Cerberus, Kumbhakarna, Bacchus.
Yeah, a lot of very, very aggressive Guardians.
Yeah.
Admittedly, Bacchus has some pretty support heavy stuff, getting everybody drunk to set up the other teammates' kills.
Yeah. Also Ares. I like Ares.
Ares is a fun one because he can be aggressive and support at the same time.
Yeah.
You support by being aggressive.
Exactly. Athena sometimes, although Athena does do damage.
I've never
Or
been able to build
unless
Athena
some-
for damage.
Unless I'm playing her.
Yeah,
So when I had a fun game of me just dying over and over.
Not big on Jormungandr.
Yeah,
so
that was
much.
also
I
was
don't
also
know.
a fun match.
His 2 feels really awkward.
Jormungandr is like you're playing a different game. I don't get him.
Yeah.
Like Athena,
Also, I keep forgetting to like use his basic attacks because they're so weird.
they are, but they're good.
Yeah, they are good. I just keep forgetting to use it.
It's basically area denial without using any mana.
Yeah. I've tried. What are the other new gods I've tried?
King Arthur, Merlin.
I haven't tried those 2 yet because they're literally always insta-locked.
Yeah,
every
that
single game.
Samedi.
Oh, I played. Samedi was before I stopped playing. I
Okay.
unlocked him like the day he came out.
Oh, what about Olaroon and the River Goddess?
Olaroon I've tried. And then I haven't tried you yet.
I'm trying to think who's new other than that, because I'm pretty sure you've also got to play as the volcano goddess, right?
Pele, yeah, I played as Pele.
Persephone.
Oh, I haven't played Persephone yet.
We're all just used to him calling her purse phone right now.
Yeah, I've mostly been playing my comfort picks like Bastet.
I bought all these gods so I can play the ones I play anyways.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
It's like if I get the Street Fighter V Champion Edition to play Ryu. Like, oh, yeah, sure.
You get the Champion Edition. Continue playing Alex.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, Alex is DLC. He's just DLC I already have.
yeah, I don't know. But other than that, what have I done? Not much, really.
You didn't
That's
get much
about it.
time into Jedi Fallen Order?
I ended up, like, breaking the game.
Oh.
As in, like, I glitched out this puzzle. Okay, so the puzzle was you have to, like, roll this stone using, like, wind tunnels into, like, the middle of the room. And I tried that, and the wind stopped working, so the ball no longer moves.
And you tried quitting and reloading?
No, I haven't. I stopped playing after that.
Oh,
But like, if I like hop in the game and it still just does not like roll anymore, well, then I'm screwed. It's like sitting in wind, getting blasted by it, but it's not moving, and there's literally no other way to move. So
I'm.
I may have just literally like I may just not be able to finish the game now.
Well, I mean, admittedly, you can start over, which I know isn't always a good feeling, but
Yeah, I don't really like the puzzle because the wind tunnels are really awkward. Like, I know exactly how to complete the puzzle. It's just the physics were not cooperating.
they rarely do.
Like, I was doing it exactly. There was this one wind tunnel. You have to like stop it. You have to stop the ball so that it stops like right in front of the middle wind tunnel, using other like wind. And I've done that. I've like used my force to stop it like right in front of that. Turned off the wind that was blowing it in front of the wind tunnel, and then once my force stop like expired, it starts rolling towards the center. But then the physics of the fact that the wind is like concave, it ends up like rolling away from the center. And I just don't know how to do it with the stupid fucking physics.
Question: do you think that particular puzzle is mandatory? Because
Yes.
Souls games love optional dungeons and optional bosses.
No, it's mandatory.
Oh fuck. Well, hopefully it'll be fixed when you quit and go back in. It might be fixed if you load up another area. Are there like bonfires?
I'm honestly getting sick of the combat. The combat feels very janky and clicky.
That really, I heard the opposite. I heard it felt great.
I mean, it feels good. The problem is the parrying. The parrying feels very. I don't know how to explain it. It just feels very.
Well, I mean, parry. Is there a dodge option?
There is. The dodge is also very weak. Yeah, it's just very weird, especially on keyboard. It might feel better on. They advise you to play on controller, and I'm playing on keyboard, so.
Yeah, you're playing a third-person game on PC with mouse and keyboard. Pass.
Yep, with like dodges and.
See, every time I have to play a first-person game on a stick. Every time I have to play a third-person game other than Smite on keyboard and mouse.
I play everything, fight everything.
Addy, who is control dexterous. Or ambicontrolus? I don't know.
Allow me to beat Dark Souls with the trackpad.
Oh no! The Dance Dance Revolution pad.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure somebody has already done that. There's no way somebody hasn't already done that.
They have. I've seen it. It's on a stream. They streamed it for Twitch with a webcam.
Allow me to beat Dark Souls by playing Tetris, and the way I clear the Tetris is freaking translated into button presses for Dark Souls.
Oh god.
Beat Dark Souls with the Minecraft calculator.
Oh.
Beat Dark Souls as it was replicated in Minecraft, in the Minecraft PC.
Some of those people can pull off crazy shit with redstone. One of them might accidentally wind up creating a more efficient controller with that shit. They just figure out the redstone just the perfect way, and it's secret powers tapped, and your character just ascends and flies through the skybox.
Yeah, and then I played Civ 6 with you guys, and I ended up losing really badly and suiciding against your
Right, but you were playing Norway.
Yeah.
Victory was never an option for you.
There was, I just hadn't... And the fact that, I ended up losing out on the religion really screwed me over. Because literally the only bonus that Norway has for, his resources is the stave church. So...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and you spawned You spawned in the South Pole, which meant your ships couldn't leave.
Yeah. We were also on Pangea
Yeah.
because of someone.
Well, I didn't want us to fucking go the entire game without not seeing each other. If you would have spawned on the west or east coast, it would have been fine. Or if you just killed somebody to take their land. You should have spammed more settlers, honestly.
Yeah, I should have. I ended up getting like a good amount of cities.
Oh yeah, but like, not as many as everybody else. Except maybe Pink.
I had like 8 cities. Same as Pink.
Right, yep. Pink also didn't get enough cities.
Okay.
Like, how many cities did I have near the end there? I had like 16 or 17.
Because you conquered half of them.
Right. You had like the entire East Coast covered.
Right, but the only conquered ones were Germany, and they were like, I only took like 3 cities from them. Yeah, 3 cities, only 3. So, yeah, 18 minus 3 is still 15. That's still nearly double the amount of cities you guys had.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, Civ 6, it's all about the settlers because cities no longer debuff each other. So every city you don't have is a loss of production.
Right.
Like, particularly, I got religion so early on because I found another city instantly. So my capital could make a settler and the new city could make a holy site, and I didn't suffer.
Yeah. But I just went through the Steam Workshop for Civ 6 and got a bunch of like meme and pop culture Civ subscribed to in case we want to do one of those playthroughs later.
Oh man, like all meme world leaders? Your choice, you can choose from Grigory Rasputin, Donald Trump, Samuel Norton. Like,
you're not thinking.
There's crazier ones than that. There's
you're not thinking.
Shia LaBeouf as an alternate U.S. leader.
You're not thinking about the right places and times. We're speaking leader of Sweden, PewDiePie.
Oh God!
I got the superhero pack that gives you like 36 civilizations with like superheroes as the leaders.
Oh God! You download the dumbest mods sometimes, I swear.
I got the Ben Shapiro. The Ben Shapiro.
Oh Jesus! Oh no! Not. Oh God! Not political commentator pack.
Jesus Christ!
How can we handle this fatal 4-way of Jesus Christ, PewDiePie, Ben Shapiro, and Stephen Colbert?
Carl and Franklin from Grand Theft Auto 5.
Franklin. And Grigory Rasputin is just in the background plotting.
All Kims from North
Korea. Yeah.
Antarctica, led by Skipper. Skipper being the penguin from Madagascar.
Do the Kims just have an automatic, like, minus 75% to all science outputs?
I don't know, something like that.
I'd love to see, like, a collection of leaders that are, like, the shittest leaders in the history of the world, and instead of having unique abilities that benefit you, they actually nerf you.
Yeah. McCree as an alternate American leader.
Just the Overwatch roster?
No, just McCree.
Oh.
I didn't find the other Overwatch characters. Bernie Sanders as a U.S. leader. Jeremy Corbyn as a British leader.
Are we just going to hit every modern politician?
What's that?
Are we just going to hit every modern politician?
The Kekistan civilization.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Of course there's Pepe. Why would there not be Pepe?
Led by Sargon of Akkad.
Oh, no. Don't invoke that. No. Not in my house.
Lord of the Rings pack. There's also the Warhammer Fantasy pack.
Yeah, I tried a Game of Thrones mod, and I wasn't too terribly impressed with it.
Yeah. Yuri's Revenge. The Yuri Empire.
Right. Of course, Command and Conquer would have a ton of stuff, wouldn't it?
And Steve's Minecraft Empire.
Oh, for the love of God.
So soon. Which mod turns Japan into Yaoi land?
All of them.
I see.
There's literally like half of Civ 6 Workshop is just anime.
It is. It is like there is this odd correlation between history nerds and stupid anime
Okay,
shit.
wait.
And,
I had a bad idea. I had the worst idea, but it could work. What if I ever get to play Civ 6, we play Hetalia? If there's a mod for it.
Hetalia? What's Hetalia?
it's an anime depicting World War II, but it's more kind of. Imagine if World War II, all the countries were represented by abstract people, and it's a it's kind of a comedy.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
Where like
No.
Germany and Italy are like abusive gay lovers or something.
Right. I don't think Civ 6 has that. But Europa Universal, no, Hearts of Iron 4 has that.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yep. All of the Paradox games have their stupid anime things, except for Stellaris, because Stellaris isn't history.
What I'm glad about with Total War Warhammer is that Warhammer gets to avoid the anime. Because again, not historical. I too remember the Great Orc War of 1452.
I really don't know why anime has so much to do with history for some reason.
I can provide a very simple explanation.
Oh, Smite, another one. Smite has a bunch of fucking anime with their historical gods.
I think there are a lot of incel-type basement dweller nerds who think that in another lifetime, if they were born in like ancient Rome or ancient Japan, they would have been great warriors. So they have this fascination with warrior cultures, and they also have this fascination with anime because they can masturbate to the anime girls.
Yep.
And that's plainly just how it is.
Maybe.
They're also usually at least low-key racist, sometimes high-key.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I've been up to.
Man, I love Total War Medieval too, but my god, the Crusade memes make me uncomfortable sometimes.
Deus Vult!
Like, I'm fine when it's just ridiculousness, when it's a knight fucking slamming into a bar, kicking over tables, like grabbing the nearest person he sees, like, oh, the Holy Land! And he's just screaming and he's frothing at the mouth. But then there are some times where it's like, what do you mean by that? Oh my...
I don't know why. I don't know why, but I'm imagining like a freaking a Templar knight jumping over like a waist high obstacle, yelling "Deus Volt."
Like Addy, I'm imagining Senator Armstrong as a crusader.
Yes.
Is Eadil still not aware that Crusader Kings 2 is free now?
No, I'm sure he isn't.
W hasn't gifted it to him yet.
Every time
Aaron
we mention it on the
hasn't been
podcast,
Steam
I'm
for
like, I
2
should.
years.
Every time we mention it on the podcast, I'm like, I should BM him about that, but after the podcast, so you don't hear my obnoxious typing.
Yeah, Aaron hasn't been on Steam for 2 years. I think the last time he was on Steam, it was when he tried to play Smite and like went base attack based raw in his first game and never realized that he could use abilities.
Yes, I remember the one time we played with Iadil, and it was disastrous.
Oof.
I'm gonna try and track him down on the forum. Anyways, let's keep talking. So,
right,
is that about
I'm
the extent
done.
of what you've done?
Yep. As
All
far
right.
as gaming goes.
Pink, what you been up to?
I've not been up to anything new. Been a lot of Civ 6 with you guys, a lot of Smash Brothers, a lot of 2K.
Have you got to try Terry yet?
I've not got any of the DLC outside of Banjo-Kazooie.
Really?
Yep.
I thought you said that Terry was one of the only characters you actually were aware of.
He is one of the characters, or not one of the characters, one of the only characters I have any awareness of and prior history with, but I haven't gotten around to actually buying him yet.
Okay, I'm surprised you didn't just outright get the season pass. I mean, I guess I understand skipping out on I mean, I guess I understand skipping out on Dragon Quest Hero, obviously, but
Without Joker, how you will know that they never see it coming?
I mean, like you've never played Persona, But I mean, Joker still seems like a fun enough character to get, even if you don't know the series. Like, I haven't played the majority of the series that are represented in Smash Bros.
Right.
Who is one of my mains in Smash Bros. Consistently? Jigglypuff. Haven't played Pokemon in 10 years. Kirby. Never played a Kirby game in my life. Luigi. Never played.
Accurate argument.
Never played a Mario game in my life.
Never played Luigi's Mansion, at least.
Oh, you poor unfortunate soul. I love that game.
I know. I need to try it at some point.
I think that wasn't the third one on Switch. Let me check.
It is. It just came out. It's got 4-player co-op. You all play as Luigi. It's weird.
Yeah. Volcano actually got that on release day. I haven't played it though.
You're Luigi, Bluigi, Redigi, and Yelloweigi.
Not a single Waluigi to be seen. Nintendo still hates him. You know Nintendo PR representatives are like panicking every time they see a Waluigi meme. Please, God, no! Stop memeing this weirdo. Where are the Wario memes? We're fine.
Start memeing this weirdo. Shows a picture of Tingle.
Oh God! No, no!
Oh yeah, remember Tingle?
Oh God! Ugh.
I don't think I ever finished Wind Waker.
I don't think. Don't worry, there are more games with him in it.
Tingle has his own series.
He does. And when Koei Tecmo, or what was it? No, Team Ninja made their Muso Zelda game, Tingle is one of the playable characters in it. You can play as
I'm concerned.
You can play as Tingle and kill thousands of people.
Put up a timestamp.
Oh God.
No, never mind. This might not work. Let me check. Let me check if I get another big freaking cover art.
The dogs are going nuts outside. Could you imagine anything more horrifying than marching your army off to combat and seeing them all butchered by Tingle?
Get on timestamp ready, but don't press it yet, because if the freaking link doesn't work, then I guess I'll find another. Okay, it works. So, this is one of Tingle's games. Its title is Ripened Tingle's Balloon Trip of Love.
I want to believe that's not real.
You want to believe that's not real.
And so basically, these games are Tingle going around a Fantasyland that is, I think, mostly divorced from Zelda, freaking molesting women, and being freaking slapstick.
Oh, he molests women and not children.
I mean, some of them might be both.
Well, it wouldn't be Japan without it.
Have you guys ever played Larry the Pervert?
No.
What?
Larry the what?
I've heard of Leisure Suit Larry, but not Larry the Pervert.
Oh, Leisure Suit Larry's what I was thinking.
Okay, there we go. I was like, what the fuck is Larry the Pervert? No, that's a old point-and-click adventure series where the reward for most of the missions is naked women, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that doesn't even remotely surprise me. That's some late 90s, early 2000s dog shit right there. Like, there are some things that, like, we have definitely improved on in the past decade. That's one of them.
Remember when...
But somehow Witcher still gets away with it.
Remember when at the end of what's it called? Shoot, I'm blanking on the name. Metroid.
Metroid.
Metroid,
Bikini
when
Samus,
Samus
right.
just when Samus just straight up like strips down to a bikini.
Right. I mean, admittedly, I think whoever at Nintendo did that probably didn't think anyone would actually beat the game fast enough to do that. Because otherwise, that shit would not have got passed.
Nah.
And like, it is very distinctly out of character for Samus up until the Zero Suit. Zero. I know everybody loves the Zero Suit. I hate the Zero Suit. It's the fucking worst.
Yeah, it sucks.
Like, what's wrong with it?
It doesn't fit Samus. No, excuse me, the opposite way. It fits Samus way too well. Excuse me. Like, Samus, in my eyes, Samus is a badass.
Right.
Samus is a character that, like, visually, there is, like, Samus is a character that, to me, shouldn't even look human. Like, it should be inherently a twist in and of itself that she's human at all underneath that suit.
Yeah.
And
She's
not,
actually Mother Brain.
and not the fucking Terminator, you know?
I mean, the Zero suit has actually gotten, like, less revealing since it, like, as it's gone on.
Well, yeah, they also de-emphasize Samus's assets, so...
Yeah, but, like, it started out with her, like, her Zero suit was, I mean, the first one was the bikini, and then it progressed towards, like, a crop top, and then it progressed into the suit that we, like, now known as the Zero suit.
Yeah, the modern one is definitely a lot better now that she's got stuff like the kind of... What are they? The foot braces that she's got now?
Yeah.
Pink, you've put more time in with Ultimate than I have. Like, was it Smash 4 that introduced the Zero Suit redesign?
Yes. That gave her the rocket heels.
Right. Maybe they'll eventually add even clothes.
She's wearing clothes.
Is
What game
she?
have you been playing? And why am I not playing the one you have?
Well, you can actually change it to where she's just wearing a crop top and booty shorts, by the way.
Well,
That is true.
Think if you stand in the showers and then you put in the Konami code, then Samus takes off her clothes. You can watch an entirely animated cutscene of her showering.
And in the background, you can
Apparently-
just hear Kojima saying she breathes through her skin.
Yeah.
Apparently, Hollywood wanted Julia Roberts to play Harriet Tubman in the movie about Harriet Tubman.
Okay, rewind that sentence. Did you say Julia Roberts is Harriet Tubman?
Harriet Tubman.
Oh, yes. When I think of African-American icons, I think Julia Roberts. Well,
This is the actual quote. This script is fantastic. Let's get Julia Roberts to play Harriet Tubman. And then
What?
when someone pointed out that Roberts couldn't be Harriet, the executive responded, "It was so long ago. No one is going to know the difference."
Hey, hang on. What's your source here?
The screenwriter of Harriet.
And this was reported on what website or article?
Movie Web.
And is that a reputed source? Don't get me wrong, laughs are laughs, but that's too ridiculous even for Hollywood. Like that's an Onion article, I think. Like it smells. My eyes are tearing up from the sound of chopped onion. I don't even need the smell, just the sound. Alright. So, Civ 6, and I assume 2K20. So I heard this most recent patch did nothing.
Oh, NBC News also reported the same thing.
Oh.
So
Right,
yeah, no,
but
this
isn't
is
NBC
real.
one of, like, the less reputable news stations?
You're thinking of MSNBC.
I might be. I kind of assumed that they were the same.
No, they're different. MSNBC is the crazies.
Okay, was NBCU the one that's supposedly nonpartisan?
Yeah, they're the Peacock.
Right, okay.
The Peacock being the one. I mean, yeah, they're like the ones who do a bunch of TV as well as the news.
Yes.
Yeah. No, NBC is fairly medium. I mean, they've got like a bit of a left tint, but
I think I'm just trying to remember, like, the old reliability chart. And I think NBC was, like, the highest rated of the popular news channels, come to think of it.
yeah,
Anyways,
probably.
so this new 2K20 patch, have you noticed it fixing anything, Pink?
The biggest things that come to mind is that they fixed the sweat mechanics that they broke with the last patch, and it hasn't crashed as of yet for me, which is a nice change of pace because previously it would crash like every 5 minutes.
On PC, the patch ended up corrupting save files, and you have to completely restart your game, just all your progress.
Yep, I heard about that.
See, at this point, I would just start uploading all of my custom CAWs to the thing as soon as I finished creating them. Just because this is as much of a train wreck as it is, I would expect me to lose my save files.
Yeah.
Alright.
Can't wait for when the game is stable 6 months from now.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the game to get stable. You mean 2K22?
2K25.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
being generous.
Because the next one is going to be the PS5 one, right? Unless the PS5
Probably.
comes out afterwards, because it always comes out around Halloween. Always comes out around Halloween.
Right. Because 2K21 will be coming out around October, like week 3 or week 4. And I think PS5 and whatever Xbox Scarlet has planned would be coming out at the holiday season of that year.
Yeah.
That
Do you
would be
guys
late
think
November
that,
at the earliest.
Do you guys think that the future WWE games will actually have marketing?
I don't think they will, because I think it's been proven they don't need to.
Because 2K
Doesn't
does not market the WWE games. Like THQ was so good about marketing the WWE games.
I mean, it's easy to have rose-tinted glasses about THQ.
Yeah, but they had the whole roster reveal and everything, and it was so exciting, and everybody
Right.
looked forward to
It's
it.
easy to wear rose-tinted glasses, but if you also go back and look at the facts, they tend to stack up pretty well.
Versus WWE 2K20, where we didn't find out any information until 2 weeks before it came out.
No, maybe a week before release, they
week
had
before
all the
release.
playtesters fly out, and that's how we got all the information.
Right.
The
So they
roster
literally
was
did not
revealed
market.
a day before that, and we got a trailer a week before actual release.
Right. So, objectively, THQ was better about marketing the games.
Yes, absolutely.
And the way that they market the games help build community for the games, as we are proving.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I just forgot how bad the marketing was this year. I wasn't paying that much attention, but now that you mention it, yeah, it does ring a bell. So I just forgot. Yeah, the 2K already has a record of putting any franchise that isn't NBA on the back burner, and even then, NBA has supposedly been a shit show ever since 13.
Mhm.
So, I mean,
We would have to ask Charlie Bucket's grandpa.
Yeah, and he
He's the
said
NBA
that
expert.
2K, NBA 2K has been on a downward trend as well, and both the big 2K franchises, NBA and WWE, had the fix 2K blank thing trend on Twitter for a week after release.
Uh-huh.
So it was not a good year for 2K, but they likely don't care,
did they try
and
to
things will
profit?
continue to go the way they are.
Probably.
Because I'm going, it doesn't really matter what these games do. There are a lot of people that we know, I don't know about Pink, but Ted will buy the game every year without fail.
Yep.
Bouquet of flowers.
Tom Johns will buy the game every year without fail.
Charlie Chainsaw.
Charlie Chainsaw will buy the game every year without fail. Pink, you bought it this year, and this year is dog shit. So, barring them just, deleting everything out of the game except for Brock Lesnar, is there anything they could do to get you to stop buying the games?
I probably, if I were to say right now, I just wouldn't pre-order next year's game. I would definitely be waiting. Because this year, I had my hopes not set high. Because
And
I
they got
knew
dashed anyways?
youth was gone. I figured, oh yeah, this is gonna be another one of those building phases. But I didn't quite expect how incredibly bad it would be, because I thought 2K19 was fantastic. I had no problems with 2K19 whatsoever throughout its entire lifespan.
Well,
The only real glitches I can recall from that one was like maybe some clipping issues on Peyton Royce and a few other models. I know for a fact that Peyton Royce never got fixed.
there's still some physics bugs. I had a match just the other day where a person got stuck. 3 people all were fighting near the corner, and they all kind of gyrated into the ropes and stayed between the top and middle rope for about 5 seconds before they were able to fix themselves. And they're just kind
Oh no, that's just an accurate representation of modern wrestling now, you know?
Oh, okay. But I
Everybody,
yeah.
always
everybody
wanted
doing
to...
them dick trucks. Everybody doing them dick trucks just after freaking New Day took off.
Oh, God. I just want to vocalize one issue with 2K19, and I want to hear if you had it as well. I can see, like, 2K20 supposedly has just awful hit detection, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see the cracks really starting to show in 2K19 with hit detection. I would say
No,
I would say a good 20% of my moves whiff in 2K19.
yeah, strikes were not good. They haven't been good probably since 2K14, and I don't even know if those were very good. I never had an issue with grappling, though.
Strikes have just been garbage since 2K.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I honestly,
The addition of the
honestly
strong
just
strike
don't like-
system was a strong choice. I don't remember when they did that, but it really expanded movesets quite a bit.
Yes.
I just haven't liked the gameplay since 2K took over.
The gameplay hasn't been focused since 2K took over.
I know, but like, the gameplay is honestly so bad that it feels like every match plays out the exact same way.
Because they do.
Yeah.
It fits into a formula. And it's not even Western formula. It's not even Western wrestling formula. It's Eastern.
Yeah. Whereas like with THQ, I never felt that way. I mean, I felt a little bit, I guess, but not to this extent where literally every single game, regardless of what gimmick I was playing, felt the exact same and had the exact same formula without any change.
I think it's always been that way since the THQ days.
I think that it's been exacerbated by 2K.
It partially has, yes. There's definitely been less diversity in the way the characters play.
Mhm.
But I think for the most part, it has always been the simple problem of, like, there's never going to be a story told in the match. There's
Right.
never going to be, like, a entertaining back and forth. There are never going to be lull points or down points in the match to let you catch your breath.
Yeah.
Partially because it's a video game. You are not... pro wrestling in real life, it's kayfabe, it's cooperative. The guys are not actually fighting, they're working together to put on a show. In the video
Right.
game, you are actually trying to fight and win. The AI
Yeah.
is not working with you. And the other problem simply is that it's made by Ukes. Ukes watches Japanese-style wrestling. So the
Yeah.
game is Japanese-style wrestling. It's
Well,
about athleticism.
now that's gonna change because Ukes is gone.
Will it?
Mhm.
I don't think it will. I think Visceral is going to keep the same structure Ukes built. They'll just slap their name on it.
Probably.
Like, what about 2K has made you think that they're actually going to innovate here? I don't think they're going to change anything, really. I think they're going to add new moves every year. They're going to add new OMGs and whatever, and they might get rid of OMG moves and stay that way for 3 years, and they'll bring back OMGs under a new name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For marketing.
I mean, they got rid of Create a Championship, and they're going to bring it back, yeah, but that already shows that they consider Create a Championship dispensable.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
It's like with the wrestling games, you just have to like one comes out every year without fail. You just have to find out which ones are the good ones, which ones are the winners. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
and there are some old ones that are winners. There are some new ones that are winners. I do like 19. 19 feels terrible to play. Truth be told, the most fun I'm having with 19 is just not picking a character and having the AI fight itself.
Fire Pro Wrestling World is looking pretty good after it's gotten its like DLC that added like storylines and stuff.
What is that one?
Fire Pro Wrestling World.
Okay. I didn't hear the Fire Pro part,
Yeah,
so I was like, wait,
yeah.
did someone release and I not hear about it?
I also heard Wrestling World, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" Then Fire Pro. Oh,
Yeah.
goodbye.
Yeah.
take a hard pass on that shit.
That one came out 2017, and it's gotten pretty good DLC.
I don't
Right.
believe you.
Okay.
I'm not interested in Fire Pro as a game because I don't think it's fun to play and it looks like garbage.
Right.
No offense to the animation departments and whatnot. I just think it's time to move on from those bright days. I can understand the nostalgia effect of it. I just don't think it's a good look nowadays.
I think the sprites.
But I
are just-
was very interested in the like general manager type mode DLC they introduced with it.
Yeah, the fire promoter.
Yeah.
I think the sprites aren't there for like artistic effect. I think the sprites are there just because it makes it cheaper and easier to make a wide variety of characters and parts.
Yes, so they can fit 5,000 wrestlers in the game.
Like I would say that's
And
for artistic appeal.
They'll
If
look
the
big
sprites,
enough that it could represent actual wrestlers without stealing their likenesses.
yes, and the sprites look like trash as well. If they looked good, then I might agree that they were done for artistic appeal. But they look like trash. It's not fucking Third Strike or Symphony of the Night we're talking about here. It's Fire Pro.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even Symphony of the Night has some pretty bad
Oh,
sprites.
there's a sale event on Steam right now.
Yes.
Again?
Yes. The Total War games are on sale and the King of Fighters games are on sale. Those.
No, Remote Play Together. It just started a new multiplayer feature and sale event.
Yes. All local multiplayer games are on sale because it allows people to play local multiplayer over online. It's basically Steam has implemented share play. That's what they've done, basically.
Yeah, so
Right.
what you're saying is that we can record KOF now, all of it, all of KOF ever.
All of KOF.
All of KOF.
I mean, I'd rather just have us each get individual copies of KOF personally.
I mean, if they have multiplayer, maybe.
2002 does have multiplayer. I did check that.
Because the thing is, with the a lot, the PS4 got the ACA Neo Geo releases. ACA doesn't do multiplayer.
Yeah,
Like ACA does freaking local, if even that, and that's it.
Yep. The ACA ports just seem like SNK just wanted to hire it out to somebody, you know.
Yeah.
Who does it that did the ports for 98 and 2002? Codemasters?
Code Mystics.
Code Mystics. Yes, the 2002 port is also by Code Mystics, and they put in the same multiplayer system. It's still peer-to-peer, but at least it exists.
Why
Yeah,
does
at least it's
every
there.
indie game look exactly the same?
Every D&D game?
Every indie game.
Oh. I heard D&D game as well. I was like, what? Pardon me?
I mean, a lot of them just go for the simple NES-style sprites because that's what's cheapest.
Yeah.
The majority of indie games are either built on an eccentric gameplay concept or an eccentric story concept, and the graphics are not a part of it. So the graphics just kind of have to exist to convey ideas, but they are not really the focus.
And then you get shit like Enter the Gungeon.
Yeah, Enter the Gungeon's a little bit like... Enter the Gungeon looks better than most sprite games, I'll say that.
Yeah, Enter the Gungeon is a sprite game, but it has a lot of freaking like the debris and the lighting. So
Enter the Gungeon sucks.
I disagree.
Well, you're wrong, but okay. It's a badly designed game.
You like Ruby, so your opinion is not valid.
I literally do not like Ruby, dude.
You bought Ruby.
I bought the skins because I thought they looked nice.
Yeah, and you're wrong.
From now on, Soon is going to main Ruby Thanatos just to spite you.
Exactly.
You will have to
Nah,
listen to
I'm gonna main Yang Terra.
You will have to listen to Lindsey Jones doing the most ridiculously stupid high-pitched nasal voice for the rest of your life. When you get old, Soon will track you down to whatever fucking retirement home you're at, and he will put a pair of sound-canceling headphones on you, just playing her voice files on loop.
That's where he's wrong. I won't get old. I'll die young.
You're gonna die of Lindsey Jones.
You're going to die young while listening to Lindsey Jones.
The last sound you hear will be, "Hi, I'm Ruby." And there's just X-Man in the distance saying, "I swear it's a good show, guys." All right, what are we even talking about? Addy, what'd you do this week?
Right. Well, first things first. Put up a timestamp.
Oh, Christ.
Oh no.
So this picture could have political implications, I guess, but I just saved it because it looks funny.
What is that?
It's Pooh assault, that guy.
Addy, you gotta stop
Oh.
throwing out memes that only I'm going to get.
Yeah.
Well, too bad. Put up another timestamp.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, it's another
Oh, for
Guilty
fuck's
Gear meme,
sake.
isn't it?
I
No,
didn't even realize that was Pooh. His snout's wrong.
I
I
have
didn't realize that was Winnie the Pooh either.
I have 4 memes, 3 of them are fighting game related.
Oh my gosh, Addy.
This is a fighting game podcast now.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Oh, at least I know this one.
oh
Yeah,
God!
What does that mean?
Thankfully, the artist actually put their name on this, so I can credit them.
Oh yeah. Put that on the objective screen. Dispense baby into volcano.
Yeah. All right, here's the last fighting game related one.
Oh God.
Oh my
WW
God.
love this one.
I doubt it.
I think the timestamp was a little early on that one, but fuck it.
Our friendship is stronger.
Shut up, Addy.
Right, and the last one.
Oh God, another one?
This one's
It's
not
a
fighting
homebrew
game
one.
related, right?
It's a homebrew one.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Homemade memes fresh out of the oven. Oh, shut up.
So yeah, by the way, we have a new logo.
Very nice.
I like how it looks like the word co-op is sitting on the couch.
I'm confused by this. I don't understand what this meme is about.
That's fair.
The one on the left is our old Counter Scope series logo. The one on the right is a new one.
Oh, okay. That makes sense, I guess.
Alright.
But yeah, that's the meme hour.
Okay. Addy, what'd you do this week?
Right. Well, for one, I recorded a full playthrough of freaking Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite story mode.
Oh damn, you did?
Yes,
Okay. So
I'm gonna cut it together, and then we might watch it. Maybe.
okay.
We might watch it together.
Yes.
Just watch it as a movie. Okay, that sounds interesting actually.
Yeah, I'm planning on going through games with story modes because I enjoy story modes anyway, fighting game story modes anyway. So I wanna cut together freaking like a cohesive story videos for each game, and then just have us watch them.
This is no longer a gaming channel. This is just basic.
FOS watches.
This is what's the name? Well, this is Mystery Science Theater 3000. This is Riff Tracks now, but just for video game movies.
Yeah. So the first three will probably be freaking Infinite, Tekken 7, and then MKX, because those are the ones with cinematic story modes that I have at the moment.
Well,
And then I might move. Yeah.
if you want to start off with stinkers, then I guess we can.
Tekken's story isn't too bad.
What are you talking about? That was the worst shit ever.
I like it better than MKX.
What? Like, MKX had at least a couple good moments, a couple enjoyable characters. Like, Tekken 7 shits like bricks.
Oh yeah, Tekken 7 is fucking garbage with its story.
It's terrible. Like, what's your favorite part? The brain dead narrator? Or how about the fact that fucking Kazuya turns into a demon and nobody cares? Or how about the fucking fact that it's revealed that Tekken 4, Tekken 5, Tekken 6, and Tekken 7 all happened in a period of 3 months? That means that 4 Tekken tournaments which used to be annual or like once only every 5 or 6 years, happened in the period of 3 months, or the fact that World War fucking 3 happened in 3 months. What part of that was like, oh damn, oh I'm having a good time with this story?
I liked Heihachi.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, Heihachi, the guy who threw his fucking kid in a volcano, and the game's suddenly like, oh, he's the hero. Like, what the fuck? Why?
I like-
Second story was so bad
I like-
that I had to like. I almost wanted to stop. It was so bad. Oh,
I like the Akuma freaking fighting the freaking Mishimas for a handy.
How about the fact that only 7 of the actual characters appeared in the story and everyone else was ignored? Remember when Paul was important? Remember when martial law was important? Remember? Like, no, Paul
Law
Phoenix,
was never important.
Paul
Law
Phoenix
was never
super
important.
Dude, do you not know the story of Tekken 3?
Law! I said law, dude!
Oh. Well, Law's still important. He's Paul Phoenix's friend.
That's not important, bro. Especially since I'm pretty sure they become friends after 3.
I don't know. Paul Phoenix
So
was the one who beat Ogre.
Yeah, Paul was important. Well, he was a footnote at one point. And then, yeah, Law was never important.
Like, Paul might low-key be the strongest character in the series. He's just too stupid to do anything about it.
Dude fought aliens.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Alright, anything else, Addy?
Yeah, so I sat down and gave Samurai Showdown 2 a third chance or fourth chance. I'm not counting, really.
So, the input lag is still pretty bad even offline, right?
No.
Really?
No input lag.
Really?
I don't know what the hell you were smoking, because like I played MKX because I'm just freaking basically flipping through fighting games right now, just trying to find something to stick with and trying to learn small bits of everything to just have general knowledge. And I played MKX before. I played Sam Show 2, and MKX, and I also recorded the MVC Infinite one before Sam Show 2, and neither MKX nor Infinite had any less input lag than freaking Sam Show 2. So
That's wild, especially considering like MKX can sometimes feel like it has input lag just because the startups are pretty long on some attacks.
yeah, I feel like that's more like that's the issue you're having with Sam Show as well, because heavy startups and like startups overall can be freaking way too long.
I mean, it is Sam Show.
Yeah, it is Sam Show.
Yeah,
Another
long
thing is
startup.
that-
If it connects, the other guy is dead. Just dead.
Yeah, that's the thing. When we played Sam Show 2, we actually played it wrong. Because guess what? Sam Show 2 is a 6-button fighter.
It is?
Yes!
I never touch those buttons.
Me neither, and that's why we played it wrong. Because Sam Show, from what I'm finding out, just playing 2 and 5 back to back, Sam Show is really heavily dependent on the use of the heavy slash. We never used heavy slash.
Oh my god. This explains so much.
So basically what I'm saying is we need to go back and give Sam Show another chance.
Alright, I'll reinstall it if I remember. Man, don't you guys love that moment when you're like, man, this game sucks, and you talk to someone who's actually played it, and you're like, man, I suck.
And the thing is, the reason because like I have a good bit of experience with Sam Show, at least 5 special, but the reason I never checked freaking to use the shoulder buttons,
Don't tell me they changed to a
It-
4 button.
they did. So
What?
in Sam Show 5 special, it's a 4-button fighter, but heavy is on pressing medium and light at the same time.
What? Imagine if Street Fighter 6 is like, hey, guess what? 4 buttons. Like,
I prefer 4-button fighters, so
oh yeah, it's definitely easier to control. But I mean, for Street Fighter, it's integral. Could you
Yeah.
imagine like controlling some of those characters without the full access of all their buttons?
yes, I have played Akuma in Tekken 7.
Right, but I mean, Ryu. Imagine Ryu without all of his buttons. Are you
I don't
imagining
have-
it?
No, I don't have enough experience with Ryu. I ditched him, but literally the second I could.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, so Samurai Showdown is a game that, as far as I can tell, at least with where I am in knowledge with the games, because like I played Central 5 Special a shit ton when I was younger, but that was also a time when I couldn't consistently do a Hadouken because I didn't know the freaking motion. So like despite having basically all of my life as experience for fighting games, that's only really just spacing and shit like that, because I didn't start learning motions and stuff like until we start this channel.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's pretty important, honestly.
Yeah, like I knew that Hadouken and Shoryuken were similar inputs, and I knew what Hadouken was, and I knew Tatsus, and that's it.
I'll admit, I
Like-
didn't start learning motions until 2011, though, so... For curiosity's sake, soon, when did you start learning motion special moves in fighting games?
I mean, I was never good at them, so I never bothered.
Right, but I've definitely seen you throw out at least one drop kick as Rashid in Street Fighter 5, so I know you know how to do special moves.
Yeah, I know how to do them. I just don't like dealing with them. So there's
Okay.
a reason that the only fighting game that I was really into was PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale, where you didn't have to do those fucking special moves and only had to do like directional.
Oh god, yeah, you're in the Pink school. Like, Pink, I think you're dead right now.
No.
Oh, okay, you're just not saying anything, okay.
I'm in the pink school of not wanting to like play garbage fighting games with like input controls that are really hard to master, especially on a fucking controller.
Garbage fighting is it actual freaking inputs. By the way, once again, bringing it back to Guilty Gear. For stylish mode of Guilty Gear basically just gives you an auto combo and removes the input, removes emotions.
And of course it does.
Yeah. Mistfighter with Johnny is like forward heavy slash.
Oh, that's stupid.
It is.
Because, like, there are a lot of special moves that have inputs simply to prevent you from doing them immediately.
Yeah.
Like, just doing a high Mistfighter on reaction means the other opponent doesn't get to jump. Period.
Yeah. Anyway, so back to Samurai Showdown.
Shoryuken's on reaction. Oh!
Imagine if doing a Shoryuken was just pressing up and heavy.
That is how it is in Smash, but in Smash you can air dodge. So there it's not so bad. Oh god, imagine like Zangief's Siberian, what was it, Siberian Press or something? His Heavenly Potbuster, basically. Imagine that on one input.
No, it's a super, so it's back to forward.
Oh yeah, there we go. The most difficult input.
I like how this just turned into us shitting on Student Brink.
Yeah. Like, it's different for Smash. It is. I haven't played PlayStation All-Stars, but Smash, like, there's a lot more movement room. There's dodging, there's parries, and there's all kinds of defensive capabilities. So they're just being able to do any special on... Well, there are input specials for Terry, but he's the only one. Everyone else being able to do instant specials isn't as bad. But, like, in KOF or Street Fighter, that'd be madness. Like,
yeah.
Could you fucking imagine if Geese could just do Raging Storm on a button?
Raging Storm is down and both kicks.
Oh, God. Like, okay, Geese, you don't get close to Geese, ever again. You zone him out and try to stay away. Because he'll just Raging Storm the shit out of you.
Also to make things easier for Geese players, we now made it so Geese can freaking predictable your Hadoukens.
Oh god. He pulls you from across the screen for the counter.
Yes. Yes, if you throw a Hadouken, Geese grabs into the Hadouken and then you appear in the place of the Hadouken.
What fucking game was that where you could, if you hit somebody with a projectile while they were countering, they would grab you from across the screen? There was at least one game that did that.
I don't remember. I think we did that once or twice in one of the KOF games.
I don't know, because I don't think KOF that would work. Like, the only KOF character I can think of that I would have done a ton of counters with was Krauser, and Krauser definitely can't just powerbomb a Hadoken.
I don't remember, but I do remember you killing freaking Willie Kane by kicking his cane.
Okay, that's different. That's Dalsim. Like, that's just classic Dalsim stuff. See, how you can imagine it is, I just kick the stick back to you. And somehow I just find that very amusing, the idea of Billy Kane getting hit in the face with his own stick.
Oh, he's a shitlord. But anyway,
is.
yeah.
I love him.
Sam Show. I didn't because I technically have access to 3 Sam Show titles because I have 2 through Game Pass and I own both. Yeah.
I just want to mention I can think of the game what it was. Fucking soon. Wasn't there a bug when Kingdom Come came out at first that if you parried people like from a distance, like if you parried an arrow or if they parried your arrow, one of you
would teleport.
Yeah, you teleport to them for the counter.
Yep.
Yes, that's the game I was thinking of. That was the game that had teleport parries. The one that is
Although
actually
that
trying
was
to be
a bug and not intentional, so
yeah, I think they patched it out, but yeah. All right. Anyways, Eddie, continue.
So yeah, I have access to 3 Sam Show titles. The second one, 5 Special, which is in my opinion the best one, and also 6. The thing with 6 is, 2 is a port, 5 Special is a port, 2 is just straight up emulation. So through freaking hell, 6 is just straight up emulation. 6, if I start up 6, then it just loads up a PS2. And the issue with that is that they put start on the touchpad.
Oh.
And my stick doesn't have a touchpad.
Ooh, right. Yeah, I also have a couple PS2 games on PS4.
And so the way I've been able to even play 6 with a stick was to sign in with a separate account on my actual controller, press start on that account, and then use the stick.
Oh, Jesus.
But the thing is, I can't actually play the game like I would do with 5 and 2. I can't actually play the arcade game or something like that, because when I die, it's over. I can't restart.
What? Oh.
Because start is on a freaking touch.
Yep, there we go. So just don't lose. Oh, God.
oh my gosh, I just had this thing pop up into my my queue in Steam. It's a hentai MMO game.
Is that Black Desert Online?
No, I mean it's literally hentai with like full on frontal nudity and sex and like tentacles and furries and shit in the base game with no mods.
This doesn't even remotely surprise me.
It's almost got 2,000 reviews on Steam.
Well, of course it does. The fucking weebs want it.
Ugh. Oh my gosh. And all of the screenshots just show front complete nudity.
Well, stop looking at them!
It's
I just
mesmerizing.
don't know why this popped up in my queue.
It's mesmerizing. Soon can take his eyes off of the gigantic tentacle dick.
Speaking of tentacle dicks, I play... No. Not yet. Later.
We don't need to hear about your yesterday night. Anyway,
Hey.
so
What goes on between a consenting adult and a Lovecraftian abomination in the privacy of their own bedroom is nobody else's business.
how much money did you pay to Red Dragon for the Lovecraftian abomination summoning?
Nothing. I just had to sacrifice a few humans.
Makes sense.
Just had to
yeah.
wake the old ones from Rilia there. Anyways, go on.
Did you need to give Viagra? Did you need to give Viagra to the other gods?
Yeah, they had a long. Well, no, they had a very long nap. I think they'd wake up just fine.
Anyway,
Samurai Showdown.
yes, Samurai Showdown. So, the way I play the game has changed a lot. It just the freaking like 3 hours or so that I spent just going up against the arcade AI. The thing is, I have it set to easy because I'm trying to get better at the game, and if the game bodies me, I won't get better at the game. And so I set it to easy. Here's the thing: easy is like barely easier than normal or hard.
You're playing an SNK game, you realize.
Well, yes, but I remember the freaking options actually mattering at one point, and in this one they don't seem to be like, I don't know if it's a porting problem, if it's the game and I'm just misremembering it or something. But to me, I tried playing on 1, on 4, and on 8, and 1 and 8 didn't seem all that different. Which, like, at one point I was like, is it, or did they freaking program it so there's actually two 8s and 1 4? And I mean, they probably didn't, because I can actually get wins now, but I did consider the possibility for a bit there.
Oh.
Yeah. Otherwise, the game is pretty fun. I wanted to bring up the fatality system because this game 5 has fatalities.
Yes. I have seen the compilation of them. They're not very impressive.
I don't know, dude. Not freaking. Suija has a pretty good one.
Which one is he?
Water God.
I think I do remember his being alright. Him and the Fire Brother both had good ones.
Kazuki's not really good.
Wasn't his like he incinerates you in a big fire tornado?
No, that's Enja.
Oh.
That's the fire god.
Okay. Yeah, my knowledge about Sam Show is limited. Well, the only ones I can remember, I'm pretty sure. Well, for one thing, I remember the big, stupid zombie troll thing just dragging people off screen. Yeah, I remember him dragging people off screen and eating them. And, like, blood splatters out and they're screaming, and then he spits out their skull.
Yeah.
Which, that was fun. The other one is, I remember one of them, I forget which one, maybe the Ido guy can cut people's heads off. And I was just looking at that, and I was like, I guarantee you there are a lot of people who do that to the little eagle girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't mind Nakuru that much, but
I hate her so much.
do you practice the fatalities on Nakuru?
No, I practice them on Hamaru because he's the default character.
Oh, good old poor Sub-Zero, always the one who's on the receiving end of practice.
Yeah.
Oh god, like Pink, you remember Injustice? Every time you went into practice, you'd be practicing on Superman.
Yeah.
Poor Superman, always on the receiving ends of these beatings.
But yeah, so all those are not freaking all of the ones that you remember. Because yeah, a lot of them are pretty shit. Freaking Haomaru's is garbage, straight up trash.
His is just a simple samurai cut through, right?
No, Haomaru's is this big freaking like
his was
large.
His was the Shoryurepa, wasn't it?
No, that's the super move.
Oh.
So, freaking Haomaru's fatality is he does a lot of like spinning about, and then he does his heavy slash, and then you fall off screen. And that's it.
Doesn't Nakuru actually have an even more brutal fatality than that?
No, Nakaru's is I think the dog or the eagle or something like that spears you, and then she jumps on top of you, and then she says, "I'm sorry, but I have to do this," and then she stabs you.
See, the idea of Nakaru just murdering people in cold blood cracks me up. Like, imagine Tekken 8, and it just starts with, like Kazuya sinisterly plotting, and then from behind, two pawed hands grab onto his head and snap his neck. And the true villain is revealed. Lucky Chloe. No, Lucky Chloe does the spine rip to Kazuya. Fatality.
The thing is, like, I have a top 3 of characters that I hate to fight. They change a lot between characters like who I'm playing, but most of the times it's consistently freaking the two Rurus and either Charlotte or Kusarigado.
Well, Kusarigado I can understand because he's just like, what the fuck am I even fighting? But Charlotte,
no, not just that. Kusarigado, if Kusarigado gets in, he has a freaking grab that, like, he kills you in 2 grabs.
Of course he does. He's a big monster.
Yeah.
But isn't Charlotte just Guile?
No. Charlotte is like one of the best freaking rush downs.
Oh.
if what she does to me is something to go by.
Right, the pokes.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways,
So yeah, Sam Show fun. we need to look into it. Also, if you want, we could freaking play 2 special or freaking 5 special and 6 on PS4, I guess.
Yeah. Anything else?
Those. Well, I could go into my experience with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and how I actually freaking got a small bit better with characters, but who cares?
Let's not talk about the story because I don't want to spoil some parts for Pink.
Yeah.
Like
how the Jedi showed up.
I can complain about a lot of that, but it goes to some neat places. It does go to some neat places.
Right.
Who would you say is still your favorite Infinite character? Is it still Rocket?
Thanos.
Thanos is so good in Marvel Infinite. Soon, I know you can join in here.
What? Oh, Marvel Infinite? What's that?
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Oh, okay.
I thought you played that.
Oh, right, Infinite.
I thought you played that and loved Thanos.
Oh yeah, I did like Thanos from what I remember. He really was good.
It's the one thing everybody is guaranteed to say about Infinite, even if they don't like it. They're like, yeah, but Thanos' design was fantastic. Thanos' design was just fantastic.
I wasn't the biggest on his design, but I did like the freaking. I liked his gameplay. I like big fat Jeb Sadef.
That's what I meant, but yes.
Yeah, I think that's what Alex meant. Like, none of the characters in Infinite look good.
They look awful.
I think that's a given.
I wish they would have went for the slightly updated design for freaking Strider.
That might be the DLC.
Probably.
The thing I distinctly remember about Thanos is a supposedly very slow character like Nemesis, except he can teleport on your head. So,
yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, Thanos is a really slow character like Nemesis. Only he can teleport anywhere on the map. Also, he is right in your head, kicking it in.
Also, he can set up a projectile shield, so your projectiles do nothing to him.
Dante was also very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a given. Dante has been good at any time he appeared.
Doctor Strange was very trap based, so I didn't like him. I'm not a big trap person.
Strange is a fun zoner.
I made Strange for a while.
I don't like traps.
Like, trap zoners are way more interesting than just dead shot projectile zoners.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you've played a NetherRealm game. You know how bad it is playing against projectile zoners.
I was pretty disappointed by Hulk.
Hulk's in an awkward space because he's one of the oldest designs in the Marvel vs. Capcom series. He's like from 91 was when they designed his original design.
Yeah. Spider-Man was fun. Captain Marvel was really good too.
Captain Marvel's one of the best characters in the game. She is.
I didn't gel good with Captain Marvel and Nova, even though I like Nova a lot. But
I think I liked Morgan.
Morgan is Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan is Morgan. Sadly.
Yeah, and that was pretty much the extent of characters that I liked.
Mega Man was fantastic.
Or maybe Nova. I might have liked Nova.
Nova's pretty good. Nova was very aggressive. He was dive kick the character.
Yeah, which I'm obviously dive kick the
Yeah.
gamer.
No, I remember playing Street Fighter V against you. I remember.
And
Oops.
and
Oops, all Rashid.
Mortal Kombat. I literally only did drop kicks the whole time we played.
I forget. Did you play Tanya in MKX? Was she free at the time?
Yes, I played Sonya. I played Sonya.
Up, Sonya. Yep, Sonya with the drop kicks, the dive kicks. Yep.
Yep.
Who did Sly Cooper have a dive kick in PlayStation All Stars?
Remember in like Tekken 7 when I was able to like beat you with like the first time I'd played the game?
Yeah. I'm not great at Tekken.
I have no idea what I was doing. I was just mashing buttons.
That's the beauty of Tekken, dude. That you don't need to know everything about Tekken to be able to be okay at Tekken. It's just that once you start learning the movement and shit, then you can counter that real easily.
Tekken is the chief example in fighting games of low skill floor, high skill ceiling.
Yeah, Tekken is basically the closest we've gotten to a perfect fighting game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you want crazy superpowered stuff, Tekken isn't going to cut it, because Tekken is more just martial arts, but, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just want martial arts, in which case, Tekken is what you do. And sometimes I just want to play as Miguel and Superman punch people, and then laugh at them. And maybe one hit kill them. Maybe.
Obligatory Miguel sucks.
Miguel's the best.
I disagree.
Before they added Lars and Elisa, Tekken 6 had a fantastic cast. There was Miguel, who was good, Leo, who I love, Bob, who is the only good fat character in all fighting games. Well, Chang's not bad. Can you think of another fat character in fighting games who isn't the lamest?
Other what fighting character?
Can you think of another fat fighting game character that isn't the lamest?
Bob's also the lamest. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bob's fantastic.
I disagree.
He kicks all kinds of ass. I guess we're just gonna agree to disagree. Anyways,
yeah.
Well, Marvel Infinite, right?
Yes. So, freaking, I didn't get a lot of practice in with the other characters because, like, but I shot the whole freaking story mode in one sitting. That's 4 hours. After that point, I was like, no more Marvel Capcom Infinite.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, before I started recording, I also spent like an hour just in the lab and going through the arcade mode with Thanos and Rocket. So.
Yeah, despite the fact you don't get to play as Thanos at any point in the story.
You do.
Oh.
Twice.
Oh, right. You get to play him versus Ryu, don't you?
Yes.
Do you get to play as Rocket?
Yes. 3 times.
Yeah, you can play as Rocket.
No, I know that Rocket's on the roster. I just didn't know if he popped up in the story mode for very long.
Yeah, he does. He's like a central character.
Right. I definitely watched a playthrough of the story mode. I just didn't remember. There are 4 or 5 distinctive moments in that game's story that I remember, and the rest are like trash.
Yeah. It was bad. Writing was so bad, so terrible.
Like, you're not going to produce a good story with a crossover, so at least produce fan service, and they failed to even do that. There are, honest to God, like, off the top of my head, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fan service moments in the game. And three of them are for Frank West. I love Dead Rising. I love Frank. Frank should not have been the only character to get some love.
Yeah.
Like, have any of you 3 even played a Dead Rising game that had Frank in it?
Yeah.
Yes, I played 4 alone.
I'm sorry.
I played
Thank you.
3.
Well, I don't think 3 counts, because there's just statues of Frank.
Or, no, I played 2.
2 did not have
2's
Frank.
the one in the mall, right?
1 and 2 were both in a mall, but 2 is in a casino mall.
Okay, yeah, I played Dead Rising 2.
Yes,
Dead
2 is
Rising 2, where he gets like changed, where you change out like partway through for the guy with the yellow suit.
Yes. 2 is the one
Yeah,
that
that's
pretty
the
much
one.
everybody played.
Yeah, I played a bit of 2.
2 wasn't. 2's better. Every Dead Rising game declines in quality a little bit. Dead Rising 1 is fantastic. Dead Rising 2 is maybe good. There are definitely a lot of really bad parts to 2. 3 is bad with some good parts. 4 is just complete, utter trash.
Yeah.
Like, there's a moment in Dead Rising 2 that, by the way, that just completely rips off the gotta catch the goddamn train CJ level. And that, Addy, how long did we spend on that section in Dead Rising 2?
Like 15 minutes.
Yeah, we spent 15 minutes chasing a fucking train on bikes.
It took us the same amount of time to catch a train with bikes as it did for us to rowboat to an island.
Yeah, and 10 minutes less than it took us to beat Antoine.
Yeah.
Dead Rising 2 was a real time sink. Alright. Anyways.
Yeah, so.
What'd you get up to, Alex?
Oh, I don't know if Addy's finished.
Oh.
Addy by far does the most of us in a given week.
Yeah.
Addy, anything else?
Yes, I also. Well. I also did everything. I saved world hunger. I freaking made cancer disappear. And no, but yeah. So. Let's see. Well, I did play MKX and played other characters that are not Ermac. That's why it's noteworthy.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, I don't like Ermac in that game, so I feel like you and I are going to have opposite perspectives here. Because, like, who are any characters you enjoy in that game other than Ermac, Kano, and Aaron Black?
I like Scorpion.
It's not the best Scorpion's been. He's kind of...
Definitely not. I liked 11 Scorpion better.
9 and 11 Scorpion are both really good. X, I thought... 9's got some really dopey moves. Like,
yeah.
X's seems like he'd be stronger than 9's, but he doesn't feel as good to play.
To me, like, whenever I play MKX, like, I'm just like, I look at the roster and I'm like, I don't care for any of these people, even though Urbeck is on there. And then I play and the thing is, like, I go into the actual game and I'm not having fun. That's the thing.
X has aged very poorly, very quickly. It's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Because I remember when it came out and I was having a grand old time with it. But, like, 9 aged very well, and 9 I can still pop in and have a lot of fun with. I don't know. I will say 11 is definitely the best Scorpion's ever been. He feels amazing to play in that game.
Mm.
I liked his sword shit.
Oh, yeah, the sword stuff is fantastic. I think in
so,
that...
yeah.
Not to stick on Mortal Kombat too long, but... fuck it, just continue. It was pointless anyways.
Alright, I guess. So, we shot Human Fall Flat, and...
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
There were some good
so
moments.
the thing is, my mother really likes our Human Fall Flat videos, so I was like, well, do you want to try it? So I spent like a good 30 minutes telling my mother to lower the camera.
Yeah, that is a problem just about everybody who's first getting into video games has.
She's not. The thing is, it's very likely that I got my being into video games this much thing from my mother, because like even while, like, I think while they were waiting for the starting paints with me, they were playing freaking Galaga. So that's why I'm such a freaking nerd.
Right, but Galaga doesn't have a camera perspective.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, she beat my ass in Guilty Gear Xrd, but with freaking Venom, no less. I was biking.
Hmm.
But yeah, anything with a camera in it, not really. No.
No.
I just
So-
got Gathering.
What? What did you say soon?
I said I just got Gathering Storm.
Oh, all right. We'll have to play sometime. I would.
Anyway, keep going, Addy.
So yeah, that's that we actually recorded that one in case y'all. So yeah, I didn't edit it yet and shit like that. 'Cause that we also didn't speak during it, but it's there. There's freaking like 30 minutes of my mother not understanding to press the both of the triggers and then look down.
To be fair, it's not an intuitive control scheme.
No, it's not. But like also because I feel like how I said it might imply that I was like, oh, I'm gonna freaking record you being shit. She told me to record it.
Here,
She was like, are you recording this?
here, record me being bad at this.
Yeah.
All right. Anything
So
else?
yeah. I also because y'all said that you would download Descenders, and I have technically played through the freaking main game of Descenders. I have the Career Plus, which is actually just more levels. So, boy.
Mhm.
But yeah, I went back and just had a quick refresher on this Descenders, the procedurally generated like skate like biking game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new game plus is really freaking hard. The new levels are just nothing but steepness. Like
Are you
Does-
down with the steepness?
no, well I am, but I am, but my bones aren't.
You fucker, get
So-
up and get down with the steepness.
Yeah. The broken bros are the gift that have been given to me.
Fuck that song. It is garbage.
Down with the sickness?
Yes.
Yeah.
By Disturb? You cannot insult Disturb.
I'll gladly insult Disturbed. I've never been happy with anything they put out.
Oh, fuck you.
I'm not even happy with their new opera stuff. Honestly, I'll admit it's talented.
No soon. No soon. Turn it off, we'll get claimed. Okay, I guess we just
Hang on, let me get. There we go.
alright.
All right, and he will just stay that way until he stops playing Disturbed music.
So yeah.
Okay, yeah, Descenders, it's skate but with bikes, and also there's New Game Plus difficulty. Are you saying it is the Dark Souls of bicycles?
No. What I am saying is that freaking having limited life sucks.
Ooh, no health packs?
Well, you pick up more falls because here's the thing: how the game works is just any normal fall takes down 1 health. A big fall takes down 2. You get health back by doing special objectives that the game randomly gives you as it's making the levels. And on New Game Plus, at least, it's like stupid because it's like finish the level without letting go of accelerate. Also, you're going down at a 90-degree angle.
So, just
Am I
pick
able
up
to
speed.
speak now?
Yeah, soon I
Okay.
unmuted you. But do you eventually hit terminal velocity?
Yes, very very fast, in fact, and also the level is curvy, really freaking curvy. Shit like that. So what I'm saying is like
Hopefully
I'm not. Yes,
hopefully you just pick up enough speed to enter the Speed Force and you can go through walls.
sadly no. Although once I did pick up enough speed to nearly break through the freaking the skybox. So there was that. That was funny. Also, anytime you fall, the character goes into a T pose.
Oh, fantastic.
They establish dominance.
Fantastic. Nothing makes me as happy as T-posing.
So here's the thing, and here's the thing that I didn't expect, but I really like, and I haven't actually been able to complete it yet. So I don't remember who the devs are, but they added Wipeout. the TV show.
Wait, but you have to do it on a bike?
Yes,
Nifty.
it's a bike team wipeout level that you have to go through. I haven't been able to get past the second jump.
Hmm.
It's really hard.
Do they have the big red balls?
I'm not sure. I think they do, but I can't say for sure yet. I
That's
do
like
know
the
that.
trademark
They
of Wipeout.
yeah, they should. It wouldn't be Wipeout without them.
I mean,
Yeah, you
technically,
can't have Wipeout without big red balls.
technically, it's not wipeout. It's bike out. Checkmate atheists. But yeah, so bike out. Like I was like I played a bit just to see how hard it is. That's how I got to the second jump, and then I decided that it was too hard for me to do at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I left most of it for us to discover once we play together. Otherwise, the game is pretty alright. Like it's pretty monotone, but it's like when I play Descenders, I just basically kind of just turn myself off and listen to videos. That's how I have fun with the game.
There are definitely some games that you just do that.
Mm.
So yeah, that also I freaking played through Oli 2 again. That game's garbage still.
Why did you play it through again then?
Well, the thing is, I bought it to review because I reviewed the first game. I bought it to review because it was like $50, and I played through it, and then I started writing the review, and that went nowhere. So that's all I remembered was that I started writing a review about this game, but then it just kind of didn't happen. So I went through the game, and yes, I now remember why I didn't write the review.
You can make a review. Just make a little 5-second clip. Going, fucking get a clip of like what's his name? Conveniently enough, Ollie from Family Guy. Get a clip of him going, "It sucks," and that's it. What do you think of the game, Ollie? It sucks. All right, thank you, Ollie. Ollie, how's the weather? It's go rain. All right, thank you, Ollie. Only good character out of Family Guy.
Like the thing is with Oli 2 is that like I sort of enjoy the freaking like I enjoy comboing moves together, and that's it. Cause all of the freaking like the level design towards the end, and by which I mean the graphical stuff, not actually how the obstacles are put together, but just on the graphical side, everything just starts blending together. You can't freaking tell what to grind and freaking what to manual on and shit like that. Like they try to make them stand out by making manual surfaces be gray and grind surfaces be colors other than gray, but like it like once you're going at Mach 5, you can't tell if something's gray or not. At least I couldn't with the amount of time it actually gives you to do jumps and shit. And the other thing is that like with how the game is, how the difficulty ramps up towards the end, if you're not doing freaking the perfect jump, you might as well not have jumped. Which I was recording all this, so that just made it all the more frustrating. Because when I play a game on my own, I'm like, well, that it's fine. It's just a bit more time until I do insert thing, but whatever. As long as I have time, it's not an issue. While I'm recording, every hour is three more gigs. So the less time I have to do something, the more I'm happy with, because the more I can show off a game. So yeah, I did that. I also went back to Street Fighter 4. You will never get a chance to speak, Tabia.
Holy fucking shit, how much did you do this week?
Actually, like, the thing is, I did all of this in the past 3 days, because the first the first no, I didn't say the best 2.5 days, because the first 2.5 days were freaking me making a review.
Okay.
What do
So-
you do outside of playing video games? Do you have time for anything else?
I don't
Okay.
live. I cannot live. I cannot die.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense.
But yeah. So Street Fighter 4 exists. I don't I don't like how I don't like the feel.
No.
Is what I've realized.
No, it feels like Street Fighter. It feels like Turbo. You know, and I'll admit I'm not a Turbo guy either.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's in this strange place where it's very fast. Yet at the same time, the way you do combos is very strict on timing and generally very awkward. So that you get fast gameplay, but you don't get big combos unless you've put 100 hours into figuring out the frame data of your crouching light kick.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that a
yeah.
big part of it is what's it called? The
FADC?
the cancels.
FADC.
Yes, FADC. But the FADC is so hard to get used to. Like, also, fucking Street Fighter 4 is by far the least casual-friendly Street Fighter. Soon, or no, better. Pink, what is an FADC?
I don't have a clue. You're speaking a foreign language to me.
Thank you. Like, Street Fighter...
Pink, how many Gorilla Booze did we do when we recorded Street Fighter?
Gorilla what? Booze?
At what point did one of us do a chicken wing?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't
Is
recall.
Is
Big hot.
FADC fire attack damage carry?
No.
Oh.
Pink, how many fingers were I holding up when we recorded Street Fighter 4?
At least 15.
That's the only way you can do an FADC, so... Correct. Addy was doing FADCs so fast you couldn't even see them.
In fact, they don't even show up on the recording.
Okay, well, let's explain things real quickly. So, Street Fighter 4 is the only game in the series that has something called the focus attack. If you press your medium punch and medium kick button at the same time, your character will start up the slowest attack in the history of the universe. It is complete garbage, and it's just the worst. Pink, if you've played Ryu at Smash Brothers,
Yeah.
it's his down special.
Okay.
You remember how trash his down special is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that. But if you double tap forwards, it will instantly cancel it, and it will also instantly cancel whatever you're doing previously. So, basically, you can spin meter to cancel just about any move in Street Fighter 4 by quickly pressing down medium punch, medium kick, and then twice down on forwards. Now, consider the fact that Guilty Gear also allows you to cancel any move by pressing one button. Yeah, that summarizes it, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Street
Yeah,
Fighter
and-
4 is just the worst for casuals.
Actually, now that you say that, I just realized if freaking Strive comes out on Xbox, we might be able to get Pink into it, because that will also have the motionless mode.
I mean, even then, Guilty Gear doesn't have the most terribly complex motions with most characters.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, just play Solar Key. Oh, Hadokens. Pff, easy.
But Pink will want to play Biker because she's large boobs and hair.
No, Pink will want to play Faust.
No, Pink will want to play Eno.
We're not wrong about any of these.
You're right about all of them.
But, like,
Pink will play Cliff.
oh my god. Well, if Cliff were there, then absolutely. If RoboKey is there, it's not even a question. If RoboKey is there, then it's a showdown between me and Pink. I'll take Faust, Pink will take RoboKey.
I don't know, because RoboKey doesn't have large boobs.
That's
And he's also
true.
not an old man.
That's true, but he does have a rocket knee.
I like
That
the
is
sounds of
true.
that.
Yeah, basically, Pink. What we're saying is you need to get into Guilty Gear, like yesterday.
You can't put more than 2 people in a lobby for X2 on PC, can you?
Sadly, I don't think so. No.
No, okay. Because if that was the case, then we'd just stop playing Exert.
Yeah. I also wanted to go back to freaking A core because Johnny has more shit.
It's a different environment, that's for certain. It's a different environment. It's an environment where I feel more comfortable being shit. Also, I get RoboKey back and Justice, and I love both of them. Anyways,
And who don't? Yeah.
Street Fighter 4. So, did you play a character other than Akuma or Ibuki, or Oni, or Dudley?
Yes.
Outside of the big 4.
Yes, I did. I played Yuri.
Oh, no. Hang on, who's Yuri?
Jury. Sorry.
Yuri, okay.
Yeah,
I'm-
Yuri.
Yeah, I'm so used to calling her Yuri.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, that's how I pronounce it.
No, it's Yuri. I think it's Yuri.
I think the announcer calls her Jury.
To be fair, the announcer often doesn't know how to pronounce names. How many different pronunciations of how wrong have we gotten for Tekken?
You mean Horang?
How about Horang? Or how?
The thing is, I'm pretty sure the actual like Korean pronunciation is Horang.
Yeah, I always just call him how wrong because that's how I always heard it. But yeah, like, oh my god, yeah, SF4 Jury, like that's the one good thing about Street Fighter 4 is Jury.
And here's the thing I found out about SF4 Jury. So you remember the new thing that she had where she can store her like leg Hadokens?
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's in SF4.
Oh, can she hold the button?
Yes.
Oh,
She
that
can.
makes sense. Oh, that changes things. That makes her.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, that makes her a much better character.
Right.
And she was already a really good character.
Yeah.
Sheesh, that is crazy. Like you just
Yeah,
you just have to be good at holding the button, but other than that,
Yeah.
I mean, if
So,
you already play
yeah.
Ed, then like I do, so. Anyways, go on.
So yeah, I found that out. Let's see who else I played. I think Judy might have been the only one. Yeah, I think Judy was the only one I played.
All right.
So yeah, Judy found in SF4. Such a shame they ruined her.
Yep. Oh, the champion, the big edition of Street Fighter 5, Champion Edition, will be giving everyone a new V skill. So there's still hope for her, even though Jury's V skill was the only part of her kit I liked in SF5.
Judy's freaking V skill 2 will be a cutscene where she goes skedaddle skedoodle, your dick is now a noodle. And then
What?
the enemy just drops.
All right then. So that's what
All
you've
right,
done this week,
anything
Addy.
else, Addy?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. All right. On my end, let's see. I watched The Mandalorian, the first 2 episodes. Have not watched the 3rd one yet.
Nice.
So, first things first, I read that Pedro Pascal was kind of invoking Clint Eastwood with his performance. Boy, can you tell. He is Clint Eastwooding it up. I was worried going in. It's The Mandalorian. You kind of expect the Mandalorians to be invincible badasses, right? Because Boba Fett, Jango Fett, so on and so on. Like, even though Boba
Yeah.
Fett and Jango Fett were both huge, lame losers that got their shit pushed in immediately, people still act like they're the best, you know?
Yep.
Right.
So I was worried about that. No, Mando is not invincible at all. Mando also spends much of the series so far getting his ass kicked. And pretty well surviving just through sheer refusing to die. Which, I mean, yeah. He's a pretty fun main character as things go because they're not showing him off. They've made it clear they're not going to put the helmet off. They're telling very little about his backstory, but they're making it clear he's got something. Like, they're like flashbacks of war crimes when he was a child, right? Of him him barely escaping like a genocide or something, which, yeah, in Star Wars lore, a lot of Star Wars lore boils down to everybody deciding to fuck the Mandalorians, so that's just kind of part and parcel, I guess. Meanwhile, Baby Yoda.
I keep seeing that meme everywhere.
Because Baby Yoda is fantastic. It came completely out of nowhere. None of the teasers showed Baby Yoda at all. And
It's Yoda. It's actually Yoda as a baby, right?
No.
No?
This is after episode 6.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like several hundred years before.
No, this is between episode 6 and episode 7. The Empire has fallen. And it's actually a fairly big part because Werner Herzog is a ex-Empire guy.
Okay.
And now he's like running a bounty or a crime syndicate of some kind. They're keeping mum on that because Werner Herzog is doing a very good job of playing a secretive, villainous, creepy guy. As you would expect of a man named Werner Herzog. Also, it is the weirdest thing to see Carl... Oh, how am I forgetting his last name? Apollo Creed, help me here soon. Carl Weathers. Carl Weathers.
Carl
It
Weathers.
is the weirdest thing to see modern Carl Weathers. Because he has actually aged wonderfully.
Yeah, of course he has.
Why did Hollywood just decide to stop using him after Rocky IV? Why? Why did his career just end? I can't make sense of that shit. Did he do something stupid? What?
Carl Weathers. I don't know.
The only thing
so.
I've ever heard about him in his real life was that he was a big pot smoker, but I mean, who isn't in Hollywood?
I mean, he's still doing stuff. He was in Toy Story 4.
Right, but that was a voice role. Like, when's the
Yeah,
last
that's fair.
major on-screen role he's had since Rocky IV or Predator?
I mean, Happy Gilmore.
Oh, that was
Does that
him.
count?
I'm not the biggest Adam Sandler fan, so you'll have to forgive me for getting that one.
There was also American.
American.
Yeah.
American. What?
Danger. No, that wasn't really big. Well, another voice role in Balto.
I've never even heard of that.
The dog, the animated dog movie about the Alaskan Huskies.
Absolutely not.
Okay, interesting. But yeah, no, he hasn't had a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to him.
I will say, I haven't got too terribly far in the series, so I haven't got to see Giancarlo Esposito or Gina Carano yet. And Giancarlo Esposito is easily the part I'm most excited for, because I'm a sucker for his roles. But the action scenes are generally done well. It's very cinematic. It's got a lot of like love letters to classic Star Wars lore, and there's a lot of focus on like just the small bits. Like there's pretty much it's an entire episode that focuses on a conflict between Mando and the Jawas. Because the Jawas stripped his ship for parts while he was out.
Oh, how despicable.
And the Jawas kick his ass. So he has to make a deal to like work for them to get his ship parts back instead. And the Jawas are all huge creepy weirdos. Or well, they're tiny creepy weirdos, but they're all creepy weirdos. Still doing their Jawa thing, and we still don't get to see what's under the hood. I love that we never get to see what's under the hood with the Jawas. Like, it's just left to your imagination. They're either incredibly cute or horrifying.
They're little Cthulhu monsters under there.
Explains a lot. I would say Mandalorian it's not, obviously we're only 3 episodes in and I've only seen 2. So I can't make too many big judgments. It doesn't look like it's trying for anything particularly risky or dangerous storytelling-wise, but after Last Jedi's whole controversy, that's not what anyone wants.
Yeah.
After Last Jedi, I think everyone's just kind of like, can we get something boring for once?
It seems like The Mandalorian won back a lot of Star Wars fans just because of the fact that it's, like, actually Star Wars.
Yeah, there's definitely, this is Star Wars. This is Star Wars ass Star Wars. Like, the fact that it's a Mandalorian as a main character, Star Wars fan service. Baby Yoda, Star Wars fan service. Conflict with the Jawas, Star Wars fan service. Dealing with the consequences of the fall of the Empire, Star Wars fan service.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, there's so many bits that, like, I haven't been deep into Star Wars lore for, probably 14 years. But there are bits that even I'm like, wow, that's a pull. There's a fucking great part where Mando brings a guy in as a bounty, and the guy says, "Oh man, I was really hoping I could make it back to my family for Life Day." You know what Life Day is a fucking reference to?
Is that the Star Wars Christmas thing?
The holiday special that George Lucas has famously insisted he wants to burn all the tapes of. Oh, it's so good. They even at one point argue about in-universe currencies. And it's like, this is some nerd shit. Like, they're arguing about, like, Kashyyyk currencies versus Imperial currencies. Like, Mando's arguing about the exchange rates. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Here we go. This is the nerd shit. Other than that, the only thing that really comes to mind is, other than obviously putting in more work on the custom universe in WWE and playing Civ 6 with you guys, I am putting more progress into Bloodborne.
Nice. You beat the Blood-Starved Beast?
Further than that, so last podcast, I beat the Cleric Beast and Gascoigne was giving me a heap of trouble. I have now beaten Gascoigne, beaten the Blood-Starved Beast, and beaten Vicar Amelia. So, from one boss to 4. It's pretty good.
Wait, are you skipping all of the optional bosses?
No, Cleric Beast and Blood-Starved Beast are both optional.
Okay. Right, yeah, that's right. But I felt like there was more bosses between Blood-Starved Beast and Vicar Amelia.
No, actually, technically you could consider Vicar Amelia to appear before Blood-Starved Beast, depending on the way you play.
Okay. Is she the one that, is she the nun that turns into a giant beast in the church?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
that one gave me a bit of trouble.
She's a rough one. I didn't find out how to beat her until I watched a speed run of Blood.
Yeah, that's what I ended up doing too.
The best ways to find out how to beat a difficult section in any game is just to watch the speedrunners. Because they know how to pull off stupid bullshit no one else would.
Oh, yeah.
And the way to beat Vicar Amelia is to... So, Pink, I present to you a boss that hits very hard, hits very quickly, has very large range, and can hit in any area around her. She can hit behind her, she can hit in front of her, she can hit on either side. So how do you defeat such a boss?
You sneak around it, and then hope she doesn't pay attention, and then you leave. You don't beat the boss.
Required boss.
A required
No!
boss.
You can't just sneak past her.
You drop an anvil from the sky, Looney Tunes style.
That might be a move you can unlock later in the game. I've heard of some dumb moves in Dark Souls.
All right, get to the point that you wanted to make, Alex.
What you gotta do is you gotta make like Ant-Man, and you gotta dive directly up her ass.
Yeah.
Insert yourself. And you gotta, in one hand you gotta have a flamethrower, and you gotta be shoving the flamethrower up her ass, and with the other hand you gotta have a sword, and you just gotta be cutting her Achilles tendon.
Yep, you just gotta get right up in there. Right up in there. Get right up in there.
I gotta say, I'm having a really good time with Bloodborne. I can see why Soon wouldn't have had as good of a time with it. Because I'm enjoying it not as an RPG. Like, as an RPG goes, it's fairly grindy. You know, there are definitely parts where it's like, well, I'm out of health vials. Let me go back to Central Yarnum and kill a bunch of goons. But I'm really enjoying it as a survival horror game. Which is effectively what it is, considering how quickly you die. And the atmosphere, and the ridiculous amount of monsters, and the plot. And would you say that, like, I think it's definitely more horror than any of the Souls games themselves, right?
What?
Did you miss
What'd
all
you say?
that?
Yeah.
I was saying that for me, like, I don't enjoy Bloodborne as an RPG, but I really enjoy it as a survival horror game.
Oh yeah, I got that. I just don't know what you said the last sentence.
I was saying I think it's a lot more horror than past Dark Souls games.
I would agree. Yeah.
I would also say it's more difficult than past Dark Souls games, so...
Debatable.
Yeah, the only one... I've played Dark Souls... I tried to play Dark Souls 2, and I thought it played very poorly.
Yeah.
Dark Souls 1, I just creamed the opening. Like, the Undead Burg is just really easy for some reason. I don't know if I'm the only one who thought that.
Yeah.
Haven't played any others.
I haven't played the Dark Souls games, so just Bloodborne.
Yeah. That's understandable. I mean, Bloodborne was the one that was given to you for free.
Yep.
So, I do want to mention one thing. I'm curious about this. Addy, I've heard that Neo is actually way harder than any of the Dark Souls games except Sekiro.
Yeah.
Yep.
Would you say, like, how much time have you put in with the Souls games themselves, Addy?
Let's see. I put in 3 or so hours into the remasters, the beta,
Okay.
and then I also, well, yeah, that's about it. Yes.
How long ago was this?
Freaking like before the remaster came out.
3 or 4 years ago?
Probably, yeah.
So you've probably improved a lot in terms of skill then.
I don't know, cause I would like all that changed is well, my timing. That's about it. Yes.
Okay. I'm curious to hear, would you agree with the sentiment that Neo is more
Yes.
difficult? Okay. Okay.
Here's the thing. I don't know which part of Dark Souls they put into the beta, but even fighting the large knight dude that was in the beta wasn't as hard as fighting Orioki, or not Orioki, fighting Gyuki was for the first time. Because it might be like, the thing is, I don't have a full Dark Souls experience because I didn't play it from beginning to the end. I just played from where Bemco wanted me to where Bemco wanted me to. So I don't know if the freaking character build, the items I had, the weapons I had are actually realistic, or if they just made it easier to sucker people into buying it.
I don't know. Well, people buy Dark Souls based off the difficulty, so they wouldn't try to sucker them in with easy. But
Yeah.
That's true.
the thing I'd have to question is, like, I've not put much time into Neo, but it seems to me that the grand difference, one of the bigger differences is the Souls games are still distinctly, like, Neo seems like it's a lot more focused on the direct combat gameplay, having mix-ups with the high-low mid thing, and the dashing and the dodge rolling and the frame perfectness, which to a certain degree that stuff is present in Souls, but not nearly as strongly. So I'd have to question if Neo is more difficult simply because Souls, as kind of a pseudo-RPG survival horror thing, would be more obligated to have, like, direct solutions to bosses, whereas Neo would just have the bosses be like, oh, just get good. Because there are some bosses in Souls that are really stupid easy once you figure out the method. Like, oh, light him on fire. Yeah. Like, once you light this guy on fire, he fucking dies. But Neo, I don't think... Are there any Neo bosses with distinct weaknesses like that?
Well, most of them usually have an elemental weakness. But it's not a thing of, oh, well, you just take the Umibuzu, set him on fire, and then he dies. It's, oh, if I want to deal damage to the Umibuzu, I need to set him on fire as well.
Yeah.
So, like, it's it's not a thing of, oh, if I find their weakness, then they just die in 2 hits. It's a thing of, if I find their weakness, they may die before I do if I'm their level. Because like I sometimes go back to I had to go back to Gyuki, or not Gyuki, to Orioki, to fight him like 3 times or 4 times after finishing the freaking
I'm
game.
gonna go head out, guys.
All right.
Later soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Pink will not say goodbye. He's dead. But yeah, so
Oh no, he wasn't dead. He was just being a dick.
Yep.
so I went back because I had to get footage for my review, and because yeah, spoilers, I reviewed Neo, but
Fair enough.
I've been keeping it secret for the whole podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I had to do it, and it's like, the thing is, Oreo, freaking, I forget, I always mix their names up. Anyway, Orioki, the first level's boss, I beat him in 4 hits now because like I'm just so powerful that he doesn't have time to have freaking elemental weaknesses and shit like that.
I've got no time to be weak to fire. I need to die right now.
Yeah. Same with like Uibozu less, because Uibozu is our higher level boss, obviously. But like the thing with Uibozu is, I went back and Uibozu still will take a bit of time to beat with my like, well, he's not max level, but with my unfinished the story character, he would still take some time. Like, he would take slightly lesser amount of time than it would take to beat a boss normally. With my current level of character, if I set my swords on fire, he's dead. Like, I just need for him to finish his animations of getting out of the water, and he's dead.
I love that when you're just waiting for the guy to get like, come on, I'm waiting for you. One of the speedrunners I was watching was bitching about, like, in Dark Souls, both the player and the AI alike gets invincibility frames when they're opening a door. And they were just complaining about, oh, this zombie won't stop opening this door. Like, okay, interesting problem to have.
So yeah, I feel like the difficulty, because you said that Neo still seems like a lot more of just stats mashing against each other, and I mean, that's a large part of Neo, yes, but another large thing is just that it's less the stats themselves, from what I could tell, and more just your level mashing against what the game wants you to be. So instead of, like, I can't actually progress with the DLC or the bonus levels because I am 20. Well, actually, no, I'm level 120 or so now, something like that, and the recommended level is 150. So that's 30 levels.
But you've beaten
Yes.
the final boss?
Yes.
So it's like super post in-game DLC for like people who are on New Game Plus?
Not only that, well, the DLC is that, yes, but like, I'm not just talking DLC, I'm talking post-game content. Post-game content is level 150.
Okay, post-game content I get. Because, like, when you have the post-game bosses, you near always want them to be you near always want the post-game bosses to be bullshit. Looking at you, Kingdom Hearts.
I mean, for the most part, it's not even just it's not even post-game bosses, it's, oh, hey, here's these two bosses. What if same time?
Oh.
Yeah, that's the annoying part. Because, like, I can if I had to fight one-on-one with any of the bosses, even if they were, like, opti level and shit like that, I would probably be fine. I can fight 2 bosses at the same time effectively, though. And then there are like bonus levels that are around the same time as well. Like, there's this one where you have to fight Nue and the Tengu at the same time. Nue I can kill pretty effectively now, but the Tengu Hadokens me to death while I'm in the process of that. The Tengu is the toughest SOB this side of Stone Cold. So even though I have like maxed out level weapons, I do basically no damage to it. And if I'm focusing on the Tengu, so it won't Hodoken me to death. Nue is freaking sending all of the lightning up my ass. So like that's the thing. Like Neo makes these environments where it sometimes it's less about skill and more about level. Sometimes it's more about level or freaking yeah, the same thing but reverse, I guess. No, like sometimes it's more about skill and less about level. Sometimes it's more about level and less about skill. Yeah, you just have to figure out which one the game is looking for.
Okay.
And the thing is, it's not a thing of, oh, well, this level requires me to be level 120, so now I can just walk up to people and not die. You need a mix of both, but sometimes you just lack one of them.
Ha!
And yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead and finish the Neo talk.
Well, yeah, that's my biggest gripe with the whole gameplay loop of Neo and the whole quality. Like, I'm judging Souls games off of Neo for now. I'm planning on probably getting Sekiro sometime maybe.
Ooh,
But
ooh.
yeah, because the thing is, if I'm gonna have to freaking suck dick in a video game for large amounts of time, I might as well do it in a freaking in a nice environment that I like.
Oh God, set up the Johns. There we go. Oh well, it's not that rough that I'm getting my ass beat here because I'm playing one of the most difficult games of all time. You see, it's not. I'm giving you shit.
Look, if I got past Neo, I'll get past Sekiro with time.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I mean,
I
hey,
have heard from
it has
some
parkour. It has parkour.
It does, but I have heard from some Souls pros that are like, that game is just a ball buster.
Boy.
Admittedly, it's different from the other Souls games. Because Dark Souls is very, very slow and defensive. And Bloodborne is very, very fast and aggressive. And I don't know where Sekiro fits in that.
I don't know. The one thing that I know about Sekiro is there's this one boss that is like a baboon or something. It's this monkey demon that has a knife, a large, like, by knife, I mean like Buster Sword knife. So he has this large knife lodged into his neck. Or I think it might be an oversized katana, I forgot. Either way, you beat the boss by cutscening it to death, basically, because once you actually kill the boss, you get a cutscene of, I think it's a cutscene, of you cutting its head off with the knife that's already in its neck. The thing is, you turn around, you start walking away. The monkey buddy stands up, picks up the head, picks up the sword, runs after you. It's round 2.
That's an awesome boss fight.
Yeah.
Like, Souls games always get boss fights right. Like, they're always fun to look at.
I don't know.
There are some boring ones.
Souls games maybe. Once again, I was just watching off of Neo, and it's like Neo has its. Well, actually, I don't know, because like Neo does have Yamata no Orochi, which is a nice looking boss fight, or I guess like nice. It's nicely presented, but most of them are just here's the sumo ring, fight.
Yeah, and like I've not played through Souls, but I've seen like some of the bosses are just, oh, it's a big knight. Like, oh well, there we go, a big knight, cool.
Yeah, I mean, technically a lot of the bosses in Neo are just like, here's dead woman. But to be fair, the source material isn't really like, it's not really that imaginative either, because the two things that the two bosses that are yokai, or that are just the dead women yokai in the game. I looked them up on yokai.com, actual website by the way. I looked them up, and they are genuinely just dead women.
Dead woman.
Or well, not really dead women, although that's how they use it, but it's just like evil woman.
Like Elo.
But the thing is, like one of them is Snow Evil Woman, and the other one is Snake Evil Woman, or I think it's actually Spider Evil Woman. Yeah, that's it.
That's all the differentiation you need.
I mean, the thing is, or some of the yokai are just that, and then we have shit like the freaking umbrella demons. Those are my favorite. Those are one of the like. Say whatever you want about the bosses. Say whatever you want about the freaking enemies. Say whatever you want about the flying silver or whatever her name is, the cloth lady. Not all of them. All of them are easy compared to the umbrella demons. They shove themselves up your ass and open themselves up, and they have freaking like they shoot at paralytic needles.
Oh my god.
It's not fun. It's not fun.
Souls games always pick the weirdest enemies that are pains. Bloodborne, the hardest enemy in the early game in Bloodborne is just a tall guy carrying a sack over his shoulder. And
Oh.
it's threatening. Like what?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why this one got picked as the late game minion that is annoying as hell. Because like the thing is, Neo has this thing in the bonus missions where you just go through a freaking gauntlet of yokai, and that's the whole level. They just have this thing for picking the worst combinations, the ones that will freaking just make you want to murder the game designers the most. Because it's like, what if we put in Cloth Lady who slows you down whenever she hits you, as well as 15 paralytic parasols, also Cyclops.
Hang on. Can you enter the room and then backtrack?
No,
Oh.
the fight room is the only room that that exists.
Ooh.
You get spawned into the fight room and you just trigger the spawn of the enemies.
Yeah, see, because Bloodborne, that kind of room, legitimately, you pick up a rock, you walk in the room, you just chuck it at a guy to catch his attention, and you just do that for every guy, taking them all one-on-one by themselves.
Yeah, I would have done that, but it's not another option. So what I did to beat it was switch to dual katanas for one, because it's one of the fastest weapons in the game. Run around a shit ton, focus on the flying silver, kill her, and then just freaking devil trigger everybody's ass after that.
Yeah, that works. Alright.
Freaking Souls games. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I really enjoy Bloodborne. I'm definitely going to give Dark Souls a shot. Like, I'm assuming Dark Souls 1 is going to go on sale for Christmas. I do already have it for Xbox 360, but I'd like to record it.
It's already on sale it's already on sale. The remaster.
It's on
Black
sale
Friday?
on Steam?
No, on Xbox.
No, I'm not going to get it on Xbox. But
Why? What's your issue with the Xbox version?
I'd like to record it.
Yes, and how does that make it impossible?
Well, I don't want to stream it. I'll stream it if we're all doing it. Well, hell, even then, like, why would I? We're not going to play multiplayer with each other, so I might as well buy it on PC. Like,
Right.
oh God, what's it on sale for?
Well,
Let me go check.
the 360 version is $10. The remastered version is 20 or so.
Oh, that's shit. Yeah, if it were like $5, I was gonna suggest like, hey, what if we played Ninja Gaiden, but this time it's actually not like Dark Souls. Like Ninja Gaiden is still by far the most difficult game I've ever played. Like Dark Souls.
Neo was harder.
I can believe that. I can believe that it gets harder. But like Dark Souls has not got shit on Ninja Gaiden.
The thing is, I think that my difficulty with Neo came from is that I went through Neo underleveled.
Ooh.
I beat Neo underleveled. So
Humble
You
brag
know.
there.
no, it wasn't even humble, and I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Oh man, I just gotta mention, like, when we were recording Ninja Gaiden, and I said to Pink, oh yeah, we'll get Pink to play Dark Souls. And Pink went, man, if I can't beat this, I definitely can't beat Dark Souls. Like, I winced in real life. Like, if only you knew. We could be living such innocent lives right now, but instead we must suffer. I could be cutting a dragon's tail off right now, but instead... Alright. Let's wrap it up. Alright. Addy say bye. Addy say bye. Come on, do it. Do it.
Do it.
There we go. Fuck it. We don't get a bye today. We get a do it. Later, folks.